How's it coming?
It's finished.
Oh, good lad. Done well with that. I'll buy you a pint in half an hour.
No thanks. Don't think I'll go in the Rovers with you.
Oh, well, what are you doing?
Well, I said to meet Michelle. No, just for half an hour. We'll grab a sandwich, go in the park.
Oh, in the park, eh? Hey, blimey, Kev. That's where the birds and the bees hang out. You want to be careful. You must be keen, mate. Meeting this bird in your dinner hour. Do you reckon she fancies you?
She must do, mustn't she?
Oh, wears specs, does she? With big, thick lenses like the bottom of beer bottles.
There's nothing wrong with her eyesight.
Hey, is it the one that plays tennis and sings in the church choir?
Yeah? Not wrong with that, is there?
No, it's where you fit in that worries me. I know for a fact you don't go to church and you couldn't play tennis to save your life.
Oh, I'm thinking of taking it up as it happens.
Must be the gear that gets you, I suppose. Does she wear these little white tennis knickers? Yeah. Hey, listen, mate. You want to find out if she wears white when she sings in the church choir? Because if she does, I reckon it's a bad lookout for you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm only trying to help, mate. It's a tricky business, this, love. I'd hate to see a young lad go wrong.
Oh.
How many give these glasses a rinse, will you? Looking a bit grubby.
Oh, right, Mr. Baldwin.
Got a bloke called Don Aston coming this afternoon, trying to sell me a bit of denim. Want to give him a drink.
Shouldn't it be him plying you with drink if he's the one who's selling and you're the one who might be buying?
Shrewd, very shrewd, Emily. We'll make a businesswoman of you yet. No, the truth is I want to do the buying on my terms and not his. Hello? Oh, yes, George.
Just the same, Mr. Baldwin. I've been out to collect the new van. It's outside. There's all the documents.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it seems to be. I've given it the once over. It runs all right. Yeah, that's it. It was in good shape.
Well, let's try and keep it that way. We may manage that if it's not used for ferrying rugby teams all over the place, eh?
Yeah. Well, it's outside if you want to give it the once over before I set off on my deliveries.
No, I'll have a look later, all right?
Right.
Oh, George, hang on before you disappear. I want you to drive Emily to the bank and back in a couple of minutes' time, so do the deliveries later, all right?
Right, I'll be out in the loading bay, Mrs. Bishop.
Right, George. What am I going to the bank for? It's too early in the week for the wages money, surely.
Nothing to do with wages, Emily. Here. Check's all made out. Bank will have the cash waiting for you. They know all about it.
4,000?
You don't have to shout it about, do you? Oh, I'm hoping to do a cash deal with Don Aston this afternoon.
Oh. Do some people really prefer to be paid in cash?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Very desirable commodity, you know, cash in the hand. Especially to a bloke like Don Aston. My theory is, he'll snatch me hand off.
Do I know this Mr. Ashton? Who's he with?
Oh, he's on his own. Lone wolf. He's got a mate of his that does the bookwork for him, but Don does most of the legwork. No, there's always a firm going bust somewhere, and the only saleable asset they got is a load of cloth. So Don buys it and flogs it around.
I see.
Well, that's how he makes his living, you see. He buys it off a firm that's in trouble and flogs it to the one that isn't, like mine. Touch wood.
Yeah. Right, mate. To you, 68p for cash.
It's wicked, isn't it? The price of a pint.
It costs a lot of money to enjoy yourself, doesn't it?
Hey, you wouldn't chuckle. Rich that gets the pleasure and the poor that gets dog.
Do you know, I thought I'd find you in here, buys a lager.
Look, but, Barney B, look, we're best buying us home. That way we can keep it straight. We won't get mixed up.
Well, I don't get mixed up. But if that's how you want it, fair enough. You start buying your own dinners and your own...
All right. Will, give her half a lager, will you?
Anyway, I'm glad I found it, because I wanted to talk. Listen, answer me this. When did we last have holiday, eh?
Listen, my sweet, married to me, every day is holiday.
Oh, God forgive you. No, this is straight. When did we last go away, eh? Benidorm, that's when it was.
Aye, and it were a damn good holiday. Holiday of a flipping lifetime, it were.
Oh, well, it didn't have a lot of competition, did it? Not in my lifetime, anyway. So we're due for another one. And before you start crying poverty, you've still got money from that car.
Look, it is my money and my flipping car, so don't be so flipping quick to spend it.
Well, it'd all end up against wall if I left it to you. Look, I'm entitled to holiday, and I'm having one.
Go on, give the girl an holiday.
You see, people need a break, don't they?
They certainly do, Vera.
Look, if I go on holiday, you are going to lose all that brass I push over that bar.
True, true. But I'm prepared to pay the price. Be a nice break for me and all.
Look, take the notice of her. She's just trying to wind you up.
Aye, with your help, she's flipping succeeding and all.
Look, so that's settled then. We're having holiday, aren't we? And another thing. We're taking Ivy with us as well.
Ivy Tilsley?
Well, she's the only Ivy we know, isn't she? Look, it'll be a kindness. She hasn't had a break since their Bert died.
You have got all this planned out, haven't you?
Oh, stop grizzling. We need to enjoy ourselves. We need to live a little.
Hey, a word.
A pint, please, Bet.
Hi, Bri. Where's your little mustachioed mate today?
Oh, Kevin. You not see him this dinner? He's courting.
What? Little Kevin, he's never.
He is. Courting strong.
Is it me, or has that pigeon only got one leg?
Which one? Where?
The one behind the forsythia.
Behind the what?
The forsythia. It's a shrub.
Oh. Which one's that then?
Next to the berberis.
I don't know many flowers. Roses, dandelions, a few more. Not many though.
You're not keen on gardening then?
No. Never lived in an house with a garden. So I used to live in a flat before. I mean, it had grass around and that, but want a garden. And no garden in Coronation Street either.
Don't think I could live in a place without a garden.
Oh well, you know what to say. What you've never had, you never miss. Want a fish?
No, don't think so, thanks.
Go on, can't eat all them on my own. You think my hands look a mess, don't you?
Well, you can't help getting them dirty working in the garage, can you?
It's terrible trying to get the muck off. Soil, you see. There's no hot water neither.
I thought you had to have hot water by law. Isn't your employer supposed to provide you with hot water or something like that?
I don't know. Different. It's only a small business. There's only me and the boss.
We sell some stuff that's supposed to be very good for getting oil off your hands. I'll get you some if you want.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
I think I do fancy crisp, actually.
Well, they reckon these separate holidays are all trending now, with jet setters like.
How do you mean separate holidays?
Well, I was reading this magazine article in Barbers last time we were there about husbands and wives, interviews, famous married couples like, and they holiday separate. And they reckon it does them a bit of good to get away from each other a bit. They reckon it recharges the batteries like.
Well, it won't recharge your battery, sunshine. It's been dead long since there's that. Corroded all your vital parts and all.
Oh, but what's up? I were only
Look,
saying...
I've already had these separate holidays. Look at that time we went to Blackpool with our terrier. Laid on the beach, suddenly he jumped up, said you were going to sit gents in that windmill. Last time I saw you for 7 hours.
Is there any need to rake this up again?
Yeah, trailing all round Blackpool all with our terrier, looking for you. And where did we find you, eh? Being sick outside that big club opposite Central Pier.
Yeah, well, that were food poisoning, that's all it were. I just caught for a bad pie, that's all.
Brian!
Hey, look. Lager. Bet half lager, please.
I was hoping I'd find you here. I just came round on the off chance. I rang the council offices this morning, you know, just to sort of prod them on a bit.
You got some news about the house?
That's what I came to tell you. She said we'll be getting the keys in the next few days.
Oh, great.
Lager, love. How's Gail then?
I'm fine, thanks, Bet. How are you?
How nice of you to ask. Hardly anybody ever does. I could be dwindling away here for all my customers' care. They only have eyes for the beer. Hey.
Hey, love, that's great news. Have we got any bad news to offset it, like?
How do you mean?
Like now we've got to buy a house full of furniture.
No, we'll make do with what we've got. We'll spend the money on the garage.
You're a blinder. You know that?
Just remember when you're rich, I want a lot. Yeah. Your mum?
Oh, hello, Mum. What are you having?
I'll have a lager, love, please.
Wilf, lager, please.
Hi, babe.
I'll just tell him, Brian. I rang the housing department this morning. They said we'll be getting the keys for our house in the next few days.
That's smashing. Hey, I bet you'll be glad to get out that bed sitter, won't you?
What? Hi, babe. Come here.
Oh, Vera, what's all shouting? What's up?
Look, sit down. Holiday time's coming up, isn't it?
For them that's having any, yeah, wow, what about it?
Yeah, well, we're having one.
Good.
Me and our Jack, and you and all. Yes, we want you to go with us, don't we, Jack?
Yeah, it'll do you good, Harvey. You could do with a good holiday.
Oh, well, thanks very much, Vera. And you, Jack.
Oh, give over. What's friends for, eh? So that's settled. You come in with us. Hey, where do you fancy? We could go to Isle of Man, Blackpool. Hey, we could even go to Spain, eh, kid? But whatever we decide, it'll do you good. Hey, we'll have a great time, kid, eh?
Yeah. Wonderful, Vera.
Well, I'm sorry, my old son, that's the best I can do. Yeah, delivery, 2 weeks tomorrow, but that's guaranteed, all right? All right, well, give us a bell in the morning then. But I must know by dinner time, OK? Yeah.
Mr. Ashton's here.
Yeah, right. OK, see you then, son. Same to you. Don, my old son, where the hell you been all day?
I
giving you
know,
up.
mate. Sorry.
I've given you up. I didn't think you were coming. Here, sit down.
You know me. If I say I'll be here, I get here. Eventually.
Eventually. Oh, well, that's knocking off time for my so-called workers.
No rest for the wicked, though, eh?
Oh, you can say that again. I dare say you could do with one of these, right?
Never know me say no.
Do you need me, Mr. Baldwin?
No, that's all right, love. You pop off.
Right, good night.
Good night. Well, come on in. What kept you?
One of those days. I was a bit late getting to Calman's, and once I was there, I couldn't get away. Well, you know what old man he's like. Once he starts taking his photos of his grandsons out.
Did you sell him anything?
Well, no, not this time. Things are a bit slow.
Oof, things are tough. Money is tight. I mean, who's buying denim these days?
This is good stuff I've got, Mike, the best.
And I bet I know where it's from. The Scots firm that went pop last month, right?
Well, that's right. But like I said, it's good stuff.
Didn't do the Scottish lads much good, though, did it? Slungy bar.
Hey, but there's some really good bargains in Spain, you know. Ida were telling me these travel agents are falling over themselves to get short of cheap holidays.
Well, it's all this robbing and thieving, isn't it, Vera? I mean, it puts folk off.
Yeah, when you're on holiday, well, you don't want people thumping and racking your handbag, do you? But listen, we've got to decide where we're going and get it booked quick.
Hey, hang your horses a minute, Vera. Our Brian and Gail might have plans, love.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, they've not fixed their holiday yet. I mean, they might want me to go with them, you know, to look after Nicky and all that.
Have they said out?
Well, no, no's fixed definite. Anyway, they're coming for the tea tonight.
We'll get it sorted out, Ivy, because we'll have to get it booked.
Yeah, OK, love, I'll get it settled tonight.
All right, then. Hey, and don't let her mess you about, you know. Because you like that, you're dead soft, that's your trouble.
Get off!
Got it, then?
That's it.
Right. Oh. Go on, then. One at Rover's.
No, thanks. I'll have a lift home if you don't mind. But, give the pub a miss just now.
You what? It's the second time today you've turned down the chance of a free pint.
Yeah, no, but I want to get home and in the bath.
The bath? On a Monday?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be meeting Michelle. And we'll probably go in the Rovers, I dare say. So if you want to butcher's at her.
I might just do that, Sunshine. I mean, she must be somewhat special, this bird. Getting worried about you. Meeting a bird twice in one day, now you're starting to have baths.
I have baths quite regularly, if you must know. Blimey, you need it in this game, and we'll get filthy every day, don't we?
You can't muck about with cars and not get mucky, Kev.
I never said you could. But hot water to help as well.
Well, kettle's there if you want hot water.
I mean, for washing and getting cleaned up.
You've got hot water at home, haven't you?
It's not the point. We should have it here. Tell you another thing as well we need. Some of that stuff for getting oil and grease off your hands.
Are you sure you're in the right job? I mean, you would like to be an estate agent or something similar. Go on, you big pansy.
Well, I'm sorry, my old son. Well, that's my top offer. 4,000 quid.
Oh, come on, Mike. I'm offering you a lot of cloth.
And I'm offering you a lot of notes. 4,000, that's my limit. You're doing all right out of this.
I'm not, you know. At 4,000 quid, it's not worth the trouble of the paperwork.
Don't bother doing the paperwork.
How do you mean?
£4,000, eh?
You've been thinking about this deal, have you?
Got the money out the bank this morning. But if you're not interested, it can always go back tomorrow morning.
I didn't say I wasn't interested.
Like I said, why bother doing all that paperwork? It's only putting an extra burden on those already overworked gentlemen in Whitehall.
Well, I don't know, Mike.
No, I'll tell you what. If you can get better than 4,000 somewhere else, be my guest. But I tell you, there are people desperate to get rid of cloth these days. Firms are going to the wall.
You'll never go bust, you're too fly.
That makes two of us. What do you say?
You got a deal. I should be able to get the stuff to you by Friday, okay?
Yeah, Friday'd be great. Come on, Don, give us a smile. You're doing all right this way.
Yeah. What about your invoice?
Don't worry about that. We'll sort something out later, all right? Come on, then. I'll even buy you a drink across the road.
No, I'd like to, Mike, but I've got to drop in at Brownlow's first.
What, this time of night?
I know, but I said I'd call. I'll see you in the pub at 8-ish, suit you?
Yeah, 8'll be fine. Don't spend that all at once.
Well, I think we'd better be getting the young master home to his bed, eh? It was very nice, Ivy.
That was great, Mum.
Yeah, well, you know you're always welcome, don't you, love?
Come on, Nicky. Get your toys together. Pick up your Mr. Men aeroplane.
Brian, have you given any thought to any holidays at all this year?
Not really, no.
Only because, well, you know, you'll have to be making arrangements, won't you, if you are thinking of doing something. I just wondered if you too fancied going on holiday, you know. Because, well, you'd be glad of somebody to look after little Nicky, won't you, so that you two could go out at night of it.
Well, that wouldn't be much of a holiday for you, that would it, Mum?
Yeah, of course it would. Listen, if I've been out in fresh air all day, I don't want to be out at night anyway. And you know I love looking after little Nicky.
Well, the thing is, Ivy... Well, we were talking about this the other night, weren't we?
Oh, yeah, we were.
And, well, we decided not to bother with holiday this year.
Oh.
Well, we thought with the move coming up and we're bound to need a few things for the house. So we thought, well, with one thing and another, we'll skip the holiday this year.
And spend money on the garage?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know best, love.
You ought to have a holiday, though, Ivy. Do you good.
Yeah, well, do you know, Viva's been madering me to death all day to go somewhere with her and their Jack, you know.
Oh, well, you're laughing then, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, aren't I?
Oh, well, that's it.
You off, mate?
Yep, it's been a hard day.
And you're not getting any younger.
That's where you're wrong. I'm getting younger, Bert.
Oh, for you.
Oh, Bert.
Yes, Lord.
If a bloke comes in looking for me, will you tell him how to go? Can't mix pleasure with business.
Oh. There you go. Sure you're okay with that? You don't want anything stronger?
No, I'm quite happy with this. Do you drink a lot, Kevin?
Me? No. Well, have a few when I'm out with the lads.
There's a very nice old pub out near Worsley I sometimes go to.
Oh? Didn't think you went much on pubs.
Oh, it depends. This one I'm talking about, they have folk groups.
Oh, yeah. And who'd you go there with? That Malcolm?
A couple of times. A few of us all went together.
Oh. Into that folk stuff, are you?
Yeah, aren't you?
Well, never listened so much.
There's a folk group on tomorrow night. I won't mind going.
Oh, take it if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to. We'll go in your car, shall we? What type of car is it you've got?
Well, used to have a Rover, till I smashed it up.
What happened? Did you crash it?
Yeah, cheers. About 10 times. Not the way you think, though. Put it in for banger racing. Well, just the one. That's all it lasted. Got a real hammer in it did. Now it's just a little square bundle of scrap.
I don't like anything like that. I hate destroying things, especially for fun.
Oh, I mean, it was claps out when I bought it. Mind you, it's been a good car in its day. It used to belong to the landlady here. Not her, the old one.
What do you think about this girlfriend of young Kevin's then, Hilda? Is it serious, do you reckon?
Well, I can tell you this. He was an hour in the bath this evening. An hour.
What's she like, Hilda?
Take a look, she's in snook.
I know what she looks like.
Yeah, well, I've not met her yet, but like you say, she looks a nice girl. Kevin says she is a nice girl.
Not a nice girl he wants, not at his age.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, up, who rattled your cage? Anyway, what do you know about it?
I know everything about it. How old is he? 19? Well, a lad of his age needs something wild and smouldering. You know what I mean, Wilfie? A right little strumpet.
Well, if you mean it about walking me home.
I do, of course I do.
Better be setting off then. It's 9:30, it's a good 2 miles.
Yeah, OK. Don't mind walking.
How are we going to get to Worsley tomorrow night?
No problem. Can always get a vehicle. That's the thing working in the garage. Being say, I don't know, an estate agent or something. You never have transport problems.
Good night, Kevin. You've got your key, have you, if you're going to be late?
I don't think I'll be late, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, you'll be as late as you want, love. We haven't met, have we? I'm his landlady, Mrs. Ogden.
Hello. Oh, Kevin's told me about you.
Oh, yes, he's told me about you and all. Get him to fetch you round for tea. You'll be very welcome.
Yeah.
Right, well, we'd best be off. See you, Mrs. Ogden.
Night. Very nice meeting you.
Evening. Mike Baldwin in the pub?
He was. You've not long missed him. Here about an hour he was. He said he was sorry, but he had to go.
No, my fault. I'm later than expected. Oh, well, not to worry. Large Scotch, please, love.
No use to man the beast, a nice girl.
Are you still wittering on?
In fact, it's what a lad of any age needs. A right little strumpet.
On your own, are you? Visitors all gone, have they?
Yeah, of course they have, Vera. They like to get Nicky to bed at a reasonable time.
Yeah. Well, I were on my own as well, kid. Our Jack's gone bowling, so I thought I'd pop round. Hey, did you mention something about holidays?
Yes, love, we did discuss it, but, well, our Brian and Gerda don't want to have holiday this year.
Kids, do you know you give them best years of your life and then they don't want to know the
Vera,
best?
it's not like that.
Well, I dare say your Brian would be happy for you to go with them.
Vera,
you know.
I've told you, they're not going away, love. They've got to save up.
Anyway, you'll have a better time with us, kid. Of course you will. You'll have a great time, kid.
Yeah, and thanks for asking me here. It's very good of you.
Oh, give over. Look, we'll enjoy ourselves. And to tell you the truth, I'll be glad of a mate, kid, because you know our Jack, he disappears for hours on end in fact, one night he stayed out all night. That time I went to Pwelly.
All night?
Yeah. Said he couldn't find Shally. Said they all looked to him in dark.
Oh, yeah. Never heard you mention that before.
Well.
Thought I would have heard you giving him a rollicking about stopping out all night.
Well, it's a bit of a touchy subject in our house, you know, Pwelly. Do you know there were a red coat there? Do you know, could make my toes curl up at the ends just looking at him? Very talented and all he was, yeah. I used to watch him on telly, you know. In fact, I thought I saw him once, dancing at Baccasilla Black.
Vera, this holiday, love, where are we going?
Well, you know me, kid, I'm easy, but our Jackie's on about a caravan.
Caravan?
Oh, don't worry, I told him. I said, look, me and Ivy, we don't want to be cooking, no, we want a proper holiday. I said, and listen, Ivy don't want to be cooped up in a caravan, not with your sweaty feet. Oh, don't worry, I told him. Now, lads, come on, be good. Come on. Right, little tinkers. Behave. Come on, sunshine. It's after time, you know.
One for the road, eh?
Now, give over.
And have one yourself. I'm celebrating. It's been a good day.
I'm very glad to hear it. Now, come on, and get me shot.
Oh, just the final one.
You've had enough. Anyway, you've got a full bottle there. I sold you half an hour since. Take it home and have one there. Well,
yeah.
Here, love, check, gents. Make sure there's nobody lurking about.
Right.
I've got my licence to think about, you know. And anyway, we've all got us beds waiting for us.
Okay.
Don't drop your bottle.
Gents is clear.
Thanks, Will. Night, love. Right, Will. Get off when you like.
Right, I'll go out the back. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. Night, love.
Right.
Have you?
Surfaced, Hilda? I've been up since the crack of dawn.
Oh, I fell over you when I come in, didn't I?
I was out back as it happens. Them empties don't shuffle out there on their own, you know.
I don't suppose you brewed up?
That's right.
You have?
I haven't. But if you fancy doing it, I don't mind keeping you company.
Oh, aye, and who's going to get this place done then? The Invisible Man?
I get the message. But one crack out of you about it being too weak to come out at the pot.
Oh, here. Are you going through to the back?
Well, seeing as how that kettle's hardly likely to come up and out here to me, I reckon that's a strong possibility, yeah.
Here, well, you can take this through then. Give it to Bet.
What is it?
It's a briefcase, isn't it?
Oh, is it? What are you doing with it?
I found it down there under that table. Somebody must have left it last night.
Right.
Oh, and hey, if there should happen to be a reward, just think on who found it.
Hello, Tools's Garage. Hello, Mr. Schofield. No, we're pretty well booked up this week. In that case, you better bring it in then. Yeah, first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, cheers. Ta-da.
All quiet.
You must be flipping joking. That phone's been driving me potter. How'd you get on?
No problem. The battery, dead as a dodo. Quick jump leading her where she went.
Quick jump lead? You've been gone over an hour.
Yeah, well, I had to give it a bit of a test drive, didn't I?
Test drive for a flat battery?
It was a Jag. And what with the sun scorching your eyes out, I'm telling you, mate, you're lucky to see me back at all. If I didn't have an iron will, I'd have been half up the M6 by now.
You're a lucky dog. Hey, can we get it back this after? Keep it till tomorrow.
No chance.
Oh, could have just pictured Michelle's face. Me picking it up in a Jag.
Yeah, and so could I. You'd think you'd have nicked it. You wouldn't think yourself lucky you got the van to fall back on. When I was your age, all I had was a flipping motorbike.
Well, sign of virility, that, innit?
You tried telling a bird that. When he's chucking it down, she spent the best part of the afternoon at the hairdresser's. Hello, love.
You?
Hi, yeah. You two don't half work yourself up into a sweat, don't you?
What's up?
No, so
Well, so what are you doing here?
you wouldn't be worth living with come dinner time if I wasn't. Remember these?
I knew there was some, but thanks.
Want one, girl?
No thanks, I've got to get back. Some of us have got work to do. Hi, and don't be late.
Oh, now what?
Me man phoned.
Your mum, what she want?
Tell me how much she's missing me and how long it is since she last saw me.
Which means she's in between fellas. Go on, what time's she coming round?
She's not. We're going there, so don't be late.
See what I've got to put up with, mate?
Tonight?
Yeah?
Does that mean you'll be taking the van?
Well, unless me other husband's got other ideas, like a chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce. Yeah.
See you, love.
So I'm supposed to be having the van tonight. I'm supposed to be taking Michelle to that pub, aren't I, in Worsley? There's a folk band on a Wednesday.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll have to do it some other night, won't you?
Yeah, that's right. Lucky strike each way, Jack Flash on the nose. Tar mate, I'll see you later.
Where did you say you found this, Hilda?
Oh, down here under the table, up against the chair leg.
Ah, that's where I reckoned. If you see Mike Baldwin before I do, give us a shout, will you?
Mike Baldwin?
Pound to a pinch of muck, it belonged to that fella that were waiting in here for him last night.
You reckon?
No danger. When I gave him his marching orders, he were that far gone, he didn't even know what day of the week it were. Never mind whether he had a briefcase or not.
Yeah, but he weren't the only fella who sat there last night, was he?
True, but I don't reckon there were so many traipsing about with a briefcase full of denim samples. Plus, he's a friend of Mike Baldwin, so it doesn't take much adding up. Sorry, Hilda. If you were thinking of retiring on the strength of the reward, I think you can best forget it. I'll put this in all.
Ta-ra.
I'm sorry, dear, if you've come for your barm cake order, I've been rushed off my feet all morning.
Well, I haven't. I only popped over to drop my order in.
Oh, right. Tea time do, will it?
Yeah, but if you let me have brown sauce and coffee now,
Think I can manage that?
On your top then, are you?
Yeah, till this after. Alf's got some junket at the town, all foreign trades delegation or something.
Nice to know we're getting something for his rates then, isn't it?
Right, love, is that it?
Yeah, for now.
How are you, Brian?
Oh, Vera. A box of tea bags, please, love. You better make it a big one. The right Kev goes through them. Decided where you're off, then?
Back to Baldwin's, aren't I?
On holiday.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, yes and no. We know we'd like to go. Trouble is finding somewhere we can afford.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Mum was saying something about a week in Wales.
She could be right.
Is Ivy going on holiday with you?
Yeah, we mean our Jack. Well, Brian and Gail aren't going away, well, so she can't go with them, can she?
Oh, no chance. Not with the house and all that.
No. Well, it's the best thing all round, because she needs a break, doesn't she? And what better way of letting your hair down than with your best mates, eh? See ya.
Ta-ra, Vera.
Ta-ra, Vera.
What was second prize? 2 weeks holiday with the Duckworths.
Oh.
Are you sure you won't have one?
Thanks. Should have been awake 10 minutes ago. Anything you can't handle?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to spend the rest of the day bringing the books up to date. You don't mind if I use your office?
Eh? Oh, no. I've been my guest.
It's been like bedlam in there this morning. I could hardly hear myself think.
Yeah, it's a pity they don't work the machines as fast as they do their tongues. We'd all be in clover by now.
Oh, there is one thing.
What's that?
The business you did with Mr. Ashton.
Eh? Oh, yeah, forgot to mention it. Should have delivery by end of the week.
No, I didn't mean that. It was, well, I don't seem to have seen any paperwork.
Yeah, well, you leave that to me. Don't you worry about it. I'll sort that out, all right?
I did want to bring the books up to date.
We'll talk about it some other time, all right? I really must go. Be back about 4 o'clock. You know where to get in touch with me if anything turns up, don't you?
Boy, Tarzan, are you receiving visitors?
Oh, hiya. Well, I'm expecting to see you.
It's too nice to stop in, isn't it? I was wondering if you were anywhere near finishing for dinner.
Well,
funny you should say that. Kev was just saying I would like to take an early lunch, weren't you, Kev?
yeah, it was. Give us a couple of minutes, get cleaned up.
Hi.
Oh, this is my boss, Brian, Michelle.
Oh, I wondered which one you were.
Which one?
Sent a notice. Thinks he's funny.
I'll tell you this, though, love. If he has got other girlfriends, they're getting the raw deal, because you're the only one he talks about.
I'm glad to hear it.
Shut up, Brian.
Oh, while I'm at it, I think I've got an apology to make.
To me?
Yes, about tonight. Kev said he could get the van to take you club dancing. Well, I'm sorry, but my wife's arranged to see your mum, you see, so I'll need the van myself. So before you go jumping on Kevin, I want you to know it's not his fault.
It's okay, Brian. Got a tongue in my head, you know.
Oh, I know. I felt the rough edge of it all day.
Well, no, looking forward to it, he was.
So what's the problem?
What's the problem? Can't get there without transport, can we?
Your van isn't the only vehicle in the world, you know.
Eh?
I borrowed my mother's car.
Your mum's?
Yeah. Unless it's an insult to your manhood to be picked up by a girl.
Try me.
Right, that's settled then. I'll pick you up.
Number 13.
Yeah, I do know.
Oh, Rosie, big one. Can't stand again. No, can't
You
stand
did
again.
say meat and fish, didn't
Oh,
you, love?
yeah, that's right. What's the damage of?
It's 40p.
I'll tell you what the damage is if you scoff that pie, mate. A rumbling gut for the rest of the day. I had one yesterday. I can still taste it today.
Any more cracks like that off you, duck egg, you'll get that pint pot right over the top of your head.
Very friendly place, this, isn't it? Really know how to make a fella feel wanted.
What's all this about you and your missus taking Ivy on holiday?
Aye, oh, Vera's idea, wasn't it?
You fell for it.
Fell for it? What are you talking about?
Talking about two women round your neck, they run you ragged, mate.
Well, that is where you're wrong, isn't it? Because I'll never see 'em, will I? What with the shops during the day, the bingo at night. If I can get our Vera off my back, it's going to be the best holiday I've had in years.
Word if. Yes, mate.
Is the boss around?
Oh, yeah. Bet.
Yes, George.
Miss Lynch?
That's right. Who wants to know?
Detective Constable Meadows.
Detective Constable.
This is one of your beer mats, I take it?
Could be. It's our brewery. Got one or two pubs round here.
Yeah, I know, I've tried them.
Hang on. Yeah, it looks like one of ours. All the E's are filled in. It's a favourite trick of one of my regulars. What about it?
It's nothing to worry about. Not for you, anyway. Is there anywhere we can talk?
You best come through.
I'll see one.
You tell me. Mister,
It's fine.
you said it went out for me to worry about.
That's right. I was hoping you may be able to help us.
So, what's all this with the beer mat?
It was found in the pocket of a Mr. Donald Ashton. He seems to have scribbled a phone number on it. I thought you may have spotted him in here last night.
Ashton. Sorry, Chuck.
Is that any help?
Oh, him.
You saw him in here last night?
Saw him. Could hardly miss him. He was waiting for Mike Baldwin.
Mike Baldwin?
Yeah, from the factory across the road.
And he met Mr. Baldwin in here last night?
No. No, Mike. Mr. Baldwin had to go. He'd left before that chap came in.
What time did he leave, Mr. Ashton?
Closing time. He wasn't here long, actually. He'd already supped enough to float the Royal Iris. I showed him the door. What's he supposed to have done, any road?
He's dead.
Ted?
He drove into the canal at Bury Road about 11:30 last night. Going like the clappers, according to one fella. He took a bend too fast and went straight through the railings, and that was that. He probably never knew a thing about him. He had enough juice in him to light up the whole of Weatherfield. Some of which he got in here after he'd had enough.
Look, if you're trying to say it was my fault, I didn't even know he was driving.
Look, if you say you turfed him out, I believe you. Just wish you'd done it a bit sooner. All I'm trying to do now is get a picture of the last few hours before his death. Establish his state of mind, that's all.
Why, it was just a normal punter. He seemed happy enough.
This Mr. Baldwin, factory over the road, you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, well, thanks for your help.
Hang on. You best have this. I think it belonged to that Ashton fella. He must have left it under the table when I showed him the door. I was going to give it Mike Baldwin to give him, but there doesn't seem much point now, does there?
No. No, there isn't.
Right, thanks, Lord. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, here. Did you put a note through my door saying you'd done me windows?
That's right, Hilda, but you could have waited till I come round. No need chasing us round here to pay us, look.
Oh, you'll be flipping lucky.
Hey?
For your information, you're supposed to take the muck off the windows, not put it on.
Oh, now hang
I'm
on.
not arguing, Jack Duckworth. I'm just telling you. Them corners is a disgrace. You could grow taters in them. I wouldn't have it from my stand, and I'm certainly not having it from you, so you're doing proper or not at all.
You mean you want me to do them again?
Suit yourself, if you don't want pain.
Do I look like a flipping charity?
Well, since you're asking. Yes, Hilda.
Well, have you got... I thought you were serving him.
No, he's here for water, so he says. I think I've started a rest home for tired window cleaners.
Hey, now, don't you start. There's enough flipping comics round here.
Well, if he's in no hurry. Have you got any of them little packets of frozen steak pies? You know, them with two in?
No, I haven't, Hilda. Not till my order comes in tomorrow.
Oh. Oh, well, he'll just have to make do with sausage then, and I've got them in.
What's up with sausage?
Oh, there's no wrong with sausage, no, but, well, I just wanted to get him something a bit special, like.
Kevin?
Yeah.
You're spoiling that lad, do you know? When I was his age.
We know. You used to live in a shoebox in middle of the road and live off what you could nick off birds.
That would have flipping luxury what I had to go through.
Take no notice. How's his courting going?
Oh, well, of course, I don't ask him outright. I'm not one for pride. But he does seem very taken with her. He's taken to having a bath every night before he goes out.
Why, heck, you must be serious then.
Costing me a fortune in hot water. Oh, not that I mind, though. No, she's a very nice young lady, this Michelle. And if Kevin thinks she's worth making the effort for, well, least I can do is go along with him, isn't it?
He's a very lucky lad, Hilda.
Oh, he's all right, is Kevin. See you later.
Ta-ra, love.
And here, don't you forget them windows.
Will I get a chance?
No, you won't.
Talk about the flipping cat that got the cream, eh?
Eh?
Young Kevin. Really dropped on his feet there, hasn't he?
Don't reckon Hilda's complaining much either.
Come in.
Emily, we've brewed up with if you're interested.
That's the best news I've heard all afternoon.
Shall I bring your cup in?
No, it's all right, Ivy. I'll come through.
OK. Oh, hello, Mr. Owen.
Hey, hang on a minute. You were on a tea break when I left this morning, not the same one, is it?
No, of course it's not.
No, perhaps you're right. Interfere with your dinner hour, wouldn't it?
I'll save you a cup.
Thanks, Ivy. Take it you've had a good day?
Yeah, you could say that. What about you?
Well,
Well, what?
well, I'm afraid I've had a bit of bad news
Bit bad news.
about Mr. Ashton.
Don, what's wrong with him?
He's dead.
Dead?
I'm afraid so. He was driving home last night and his car left the road. He went into the canal.
Don, dead?
It seems he'd had far too much to drink. Fortunately, there was no one else involved.
Hang on a minute. How'd you know about this?
Police told me.
Police?
That's right. A detective came round just after lunch. He was trying to get a picture of Mr. Ashton's movements during yesterday. It seemed they'd managed to trace him back to the Rovers through a beer mat in his pocket.
Phew. And you say this happened when he was driving home last night?
That's right. The policeman didn't sound too sympathetic, I'm afraid. To drink, you know. But, oh, what a terrible shock for his wife and daughter.
Did you mention the money that I gave to him?
No.
Did he mention anything about it?
Not exactly, no.
Well, did he say anything about finding his briefcase in the car?
No.
Just give me a minute, will you?
Would you like me to go?
No, no, you're all right, hang on. Oh, come on, come on. Damn.
Who are you trying to get?
Don Aston's opera. I want to find out if he put that order in. Because if he didn't, Don Aston's family isn't the only one with problems.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden. Yes. Is Kevin ready?
Oh, just about. Would you like to come in for a minute?
It's OK. I'm here now.
Oh, well, some other time, perhaps. Oh, hey, down here, you lot. Clear off. Go and play in your own street. They're not a bad lot.
I'm sure they're not.
Ready fit?
There you are.
Right, good off. See you, Mrs. Ogden.
Yes, enjoy yourselves.
It does meet with your approval, I take it.
It'll do.
Unless you'd sooner stop here and admire the car.
I'm sorry. Just looking at all the extras what our van hasn't got. Such as seats and handles what don't come off when you land. Right. See you, Mrs. Ogden.
Ta-ra, then. Make a lovely couple, don't they?
Oh, aye.
Kevin and his young lady.
Yeah, well, there's one thing for sure. She's not after him for his money.
Well, I didn't expect to see you tonight, George.
No, no. I was planning a night in, but there's now on the telly. And I didn't feel like sitting around staring at the wallpaper, so I wondered if you fancied an hour down at the Rovers.
Oh,
Oh, great, yeah. Just give me half an hour to clear this lot and tidy myself up a bit.
I'm not in a hurry.
Oh, come on. Take weight off your feet a bit. Listen, I've got a beer in the fridge if you fancy one.
Well, no. I reckon I can last half an hour before shrivelling up.
Right, I'll not be long, love. Surprising what a difference it makes now kids have gone.
Yeah, I can believe that. They can be hard work, can't they?
True, you're not joking. Just having them in house.
This where you're off to?
Eh?
Holiday, where you've decided to go.
Where Vera's decided more like.
I thought you were looking forward to it.
Oh, I was looking forward to a holiday. But not being organised by Bossy Boots Vera from morning to night, and that's the way it's beginning to look.
It's not my idea of an holiday, that's for sure.
Mine neither.
Well, where are you going?
Well, I haven't got much choice, have I? Our Brian and Gail don't want holiday this year, and I don't fancy going on my own.
No, I can see that.
So it's either Vera and Jack or not at all.
Well, not quite.
Eh?
I've nothing settled yet.
You?
That's right. I don't much fancy going on my own either. So if you don't fancy going with Jack and Vera, you don't have to, do you? There's an alternative.
It's nowhere near there. I reckon we're going away from it.
You know, Kev, as a navigator, you make a great mechanic.
Me? You're the one who said you knew where it was.
I said I had an idea where it was.
Well, I reckon we went wrong at that last crossroads.
I think you could be right.
So? Where do we go from here?
Go back and start again.
Okay, if you say so.
Look, if you don't want to find this
I don't
place,
mind, honest. That's what you want.
what do you want to do? And don't say you don't mind. I mean, you must have some feelings on this matter.
Well, just seems a pity to be cooped up inside that stuffy pub. We could be out here.
I see. I suppose you'd be quite happy to stop here all night.
Yeah, if you were with me, I reckon I would.
Haven't a clue where we are, you know.
Neither have I. And I'll tell you something else. I don't care.
Yes, love. Large scotch, was it?
Just an orange juice, please.
One orange juice coming up.
Take it. Mavis hasn't shown her face yet.
No, love?
I'm a bit early, I suppose.
That's 35 pence, please.
Wasn't it tragic about Mr. Ashton?
Yes, yes, it was. Mind you, he was asking for it.
Yes, I suppose he was, but it was still a shock.
Knew him well, did you?
No, not really. In fact, I hardly knew him at all. But Mr. Baldwin hadn't done that much business with him, but he's taken it very badly.
So it looks like really.
More than looks like, mate, it is.
Well, I'd rather you than me.
Why? What's up with Will?
Well, there's no up with Will. I've had many happy time there myself, as it happens. But I'm telling you, I'd want a gold medal going on holiday with two women.
Oh, you should be so lucky. Come on, you, stop up.
What?
Look, if you think you're stopping in here all night, you can forget it.
Well, I've got to get in training, Vera.
In training?
For my holidays.
Yes, you're dead right, I agree with you. So come on, shift. If you think you're spending all my holiday money on ale, you can forget it.
Oh, Vera.
Come on out.
Yes, Squire.
Large scotch, please, Rolf.
Coming up.
Emily,
I'm all right, thanks.
suit yourself.
How did you get on?
Sorry?
Mr. Ashton's partner, did you manage to contact him?
Yeah, no dice.
Sorry?
Let's take the weight off her feet, shall we? Is that right?
Just.
And Mr. Ashton didn't put the order in? I don't see what the problem is.
The problem is, Emily, I handed over £4,000 for an order I'm not going to get.
But you can get it back.
Can I? If his wife gets her hands on that money, she's going to hang on like grim death, isn't she? How can I prove it's mine? There's nothing on paper.
Well...
Oh, go on, yeah, go on, say it.
Excuse me. I was sorry to hear about your friend, Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah, terrible, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mind you, I'm not surprised. He'd had a few when he come in here last night. And if you ask me, he dipped into that bottle Bet sold him as soon as he got in his car. Pity he didn't leave that behind instead of his case.
Hey? His case?
Yeah, his briefcase. It was down there just under where you're sitting. Bet give it the police. Still, he'll not be worrying about that no more, will he? Ah, it's very sad.
Leave it.
Hey, Kate, guess what I've just seen in paper?
Go on, I'll buy it.
They're going topless in Rill this year.
Oh, yeah? But they're going in Llandudno, hairless.
No, honest, I'm not kidding. I've just read it. Fellas can actually set the cardigans off.
No sacred, is it there?
Mind you, I'm not telling our Jack. No, he'd be there on the prom, buttons undone, dancing about like flaming Tom
Vera,
Jones.
listen, before you finalise anything, look, George Wardle's mentioned holidays, you know.
Hey-oh, Bluebeard's off for this morning. Morning, Mr. Baldwin. Hey, would you like us to hang you in line?
Everyone's very happy this morning. Must be the holiday season. Remind me to cut the bonus.
Of course you know where he goes for his holidays, don't you? He books a sunbed down Rosamond Street.
Hey, Vera. Look, love, there's something I have to tell you before we get caught up in rush.
Well, hurry up then with all them docking us.
Well, it's like I said, love, George Wardle, he's mentioned holidays. In fact, he's asked me to go with him.
Hey, that's champion, Kate.
Hey? Well, I ain't sort of agreed yet. I just thought I'd better warn you in case you were counting on me going to Rill.
Oh, don't fret yourself, Kate. To be honest, I'm relieved. I only really asked you because I didn't want you going on your own. You'd have only been tagging along, wouldn't you, with Rill jets that like.
Oh, well, I knew I were only going to look after Poldums.
And he won't be short of a bob or two, will he, this George? Oh, no, they get testimonials. Could be cost a bribe a touch. You might even get him to properly question. Come on.
Morning. Hello. Papers all done and dusted, are they?
Yes.
So, corn's been playing you up, have they?
I don't have corns or bunions. In fact, my feet are in very good shape.
I agree. They're your best feature. And that's saying a lot. So, I take it it's Derek then, is it?
How could anything possibly be Derek?
Well, he does have a habit of making headlines. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he could have fled to Moscow with the latest recipe for mint humbugs.
Rita, you amaze me. You come bouncing in here, you take one look, and just because I happen to be sort of 1 degree under, you're full of instant theories.
Okay.
Only ask. Well, there's nothing to ask about.
Oh, come on. I've seen lumps of coal that look brighter.
All right, then. It's this holiday in tin.
Why, what's up? Can't we get in?
Well, I haven't been to book yet.
Well, I left it entirely in your hands.
Well, I was planning to go today, but...
I know. Don't tell me. You've seen Emily's bikini and it's briefer than yours.
Oh, don't be so silly.
Well, what then?
Well, it's something you said the other day about... Well, about being glad that Emily were going for my sake.
Well, I am.
So I suppose that means you intend to go waltzing off on your own and leave me lumbered with her.
Wash your mouth out.
Well, I mean, Emily's all right when it's Tunbridge Wells or somewhere like that, but yuck, me and her on our own.
Don't be silly. Few bottles of vino inside you, you'll both be there with your T-shirts on. Kissing me quicker.
I'll be stuck in cathedrals and buying old lace.
You like going round cathedrals and buying old lace.
It's not all the time, I don't.
Oh, I see. You'll be after the fellas.
I will not be after the fellas, as you so charmingly put it. It's just that, well, I was going to go on this holiday with you in the first place, and, well, I just think we should spend some time together.
Oh, and the way I treat you.
I know. I must be out of my mind.
You're making me feel right ashamed of myself.
Well, I won't do you any harm, lady. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Baldwin, but you did say you wanted to get the holidays sorted out. I've got most people's dates now, so I suppose the sooner we can get a list done...
Yeah, but not at the moment, Emily. I've got something else on my mind.
Of course. Whatever you say.
Well, hang on. Don't dash off. Shut the door. Come in. Sit down. Got a problem, Emily?
No?
I don't have to go through it all over again, do I?
Well, I imagine you mean the terrible thing that happened to poor Mr. Ashton. And more particularly, the money you paid him.
£4,000 in a plain brown envelope that didn't go through the books. That no one wants to talk about. Not the police, not our friendly bar staff across the road. You and me.
More or less?
Okay. So I did a deal that wouldn't look too good down the Rotary Club. Okay. So the paperwork wasn't 100%. Then he goes and gets smashed and does a header into the cut, and there it is. Good bloke on the slab, which has hit me. But, I mean, if I did something a little bit dodgy, then so did he. Is this what you want people to read about him in the papers, eh? Are we going to start a ball rolling that's going to end up with the Inland Revenue cracking down on his widow?
I don't see how that can be avoided, quite honestly.
Oh, but if it could be. If it could be avoided, it'd save a lot of grief all the way round, wouldn't it?
Obviously.
So if the old Bill don't know about this £4,000, and there's a good possibility that they don't, you wouldn't feel duty-bound to tell them?
Not duty-bound, no. Certainly not if it meant causing distress to his widow or family.
Oh, well, I think we're on the same wavelength, Emily.
I mean, you're just going to sort of write it off?
You've got to be joking. £4,000? No, no. I want that back in my hand. I want it available. Otherwise, you can tear up that holiday list. It'll be permanent holidays.
Oh, it's all just too dreadful. I mean, the implications...
The implications are, Emily, that someone has thieved my £4,000, and someone not too far from home. If I can settle all this without getting the old bill in, it'll save a lot of trouble all the way round.
Hey, Wilf.
Yeah?
I've been thinking.
Careful, you might pull a muscle.
No, it's about this Mr. Ashton, God rest his soul.
Look, don't rub it in, Hilda. All right, we sold him some berries. We didn't know he was driving.
Oh, no, it's not that, no. It's the business of his briefcase.
Why, have you heard something then?
Oh, no. No, it's more like me thoughts. To be honest, I've been wondering whether I ought to make a confession.
Eh?
Well, I suppose there'll be an inquest, won't there? And there'll be questions asked. And seeing as it was me what found it, well, I'll be like material, won't I?
Oh, yeah, I reckon you will.
You see, when I come across it, it was like lost property. And, well, there's always that temptation, isn't there?
Is Betty in yet?
Betty? Is she back from her grandson's christening, then?
Oh, crimes. I clean forgot. Of course, she's in London, isn't she? Look, Hilda Chuck, I've got Mike Baldwin here on business. You couldn't rustle us up some coffee, could you, love?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's quite impossible, no. It's way past my time as it is. Mrs. Lowther'll have the search parties out.
How are you fixed then, Wilfred?
I'll see you do it.
Tarko.
By heck. Business, did she say? They'll be up to some fiddle.
Hey,
Well,
about this briefcase. What were your confession?
oh, just that I was tempted. You know, like we used to say as kids, findings, keepings, giving back stealings. Ta-ra then, Wilf. Be good.
On my money, I can't be hotels.
Right. Coffee's lined up. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, it all starts with a fellow called Don Ashton.
Yeah, well, that was quite a shaker.
Oh, it's tragic. I mean, I wish it could all just end with a wreath and so forth, but, well, it's a bit more complicated than that. You see, before he, I gave him 4,000 quid. In readies. No invoice, no book entry, no VAT. You getting the drift?
More or less.
Right, well, according to Hilda, he left his briefcase here the night before. Is that right?
Right. I gave it that detective fella Meadows.
Did you open it?
Well, I had a quick look. He emptied it in front of me. There were one or two samples, a few papers.
Oh, well, that's funny, that is. Because when Ashton left me, my 4,000 quid was in that case. And when the police get it back, no cash, right?
Hang on a minute. Let's get this straight, no riddles. Is this some sort of accusation?
All right, Ben, let's keep our cool. I don't want to advertise this. I mean, I can understand the temptation. You find a case, you have a look inside, you see a brown envelope. It doesn't take radar to suss them up.
Is it all right if I make you that coffee?
Yeah, go on through.
Hang on a minute, Will. I'm here about that briefcase you found the other night.
No, I didn't find it. Hilda found it. Why, what's to do?
Humphrey Bogart here has a theory.
There were some paper mines inside, some designs. I'm anxious to get them back.
Well, couldn't the police help?
Good idea. I shall probably end up going there at the end of the day.
Look, Mike. Like I say, Hilda found the briefcase. She handed it to Wilf. Wilf fetched it to me. Like I say, I opened it.
Did anyone open it before you?
I certainly didn't.
Well, what about a customer?
You can rule the customers out. This fella Ashton was the last to leave, and the briefcase was found under his chair.
It was in and out of the gents, though, so I suppose somebody could have lifted the papers and left the case where it was. But who'd want designs?
Absolutely. The police are probably still sitting on them.
Looks like it.
Look, it strikes me that you're jumping to a lot of conclusions. How can you be so sure that the money was in the flaming briefcase? He could have stashed it in the car.
What, the way cars get turned over these days? Do us a favour.
So what are you saying?
I am saying that Don Aston had £4,000 of mine that no one wants to talk about. Not the police, not you lot, not a dicky bird out of anyone. But I'm telling you this, I want it back and I'm going to get it back. And the fewer people that know that I'm looking for it, the better. So let's keep them guessing, right?
If I know anything, I know there was no brown envelope in that briefcase. There was nought that even smelt of money. But if you think there's been thieving going on, you get the fuzz in. No way are you slinging mud at my staff.
Fair enough. I'll just continue with my inquiry.
Yeah. I'm afraid we're a bit low on biscuits.
Short of money.
Hello, me again.
Oh,
Mrs. Bishop, wasn't it?
Yes.
Out of luck again, am I? Mr. Baldwin's still not available.
Well, in fact, I'm afraid... Mr. Baldwin, this is the gentleman who called yesterday.
Detective Constable Meadows.
Oh, yeah. Pleased to meet you. Come in the office.
Will you need me?
It's always well to have a witness.
Sit down, Emily. Sit down. Smoke?
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's terrible, isn't it, eh? This business about Don Ashton.
Yeah, well, sorry to keep bothering you, like. Oh. It's pretty well wrapped up. Accidental death. Drink contributory cause. Anyway, there's just a loose end to tie up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The widow's been in touch. She's saying there should have been money on the deceased. More than pocket money. A considerable sum sort of thing. We found nothing. Could be just a story. But we were wondering if you could throw any light on that.
In what way?
Well, did you settle an account or anything?
Well, I was hoping to do a bit of business with Don, but we just couldn't get a deal going.
And there was nothing outstanding?
No, not a penny.
He didn't mention any payments he might have had lined up elsewhere?
Not that I can recall, no.
You spoke with him, didn't you, love?
I can't...
You know, he's the eternal optimist, was Don. I mean, always on the brink of a big deal, you know what I mean? And then, of course, there's always the insurance angle in there, eh, between ourselves. I mean, nothing detrimental towards his widow, but, well, they all try it on, don't they?
It has been known.
I'd better get back to my work, if that's all right.
Sure. Have I upset her? She seems a bit edgy. Was she always like that? Would I make her nervous, like?
Well, doesn't her name ring a bell?
No.
Her husband was shot in this very office. There was a pace house. 2 young thugs. They shot him stone dead. So there you are, CID on about cash, fatalities. About to get a rock in a bit.
Here's a packet of facts, kid. Usual. Hey, I must tell you this one. I laughed so much and it fell off my ladder. Yeah. Fellow goes in the doctor and he's got this penguin on his head. And the doctor said, what seems to be the trouble? And the penguin said, I've got this growth on my foot.
Ecky thump. And you fell off your ladder? I fell out of my pram laughing at it.
All right. What about this one then? Maggie Thatcher's dining out with the old cabin away. And she's just ordered the main course. And the waiter comes up and says, what about the vegetables? And she said, they'll have what I'm having.
Is this a shop or are you holding auditions?
Yeah, when I've done my bit, it's your turn. And you know what follows the comic, don't you?
Bingo?
In this club, kid, it's the stripper, so jump on the bar, shows you routine.
Oi. Back to your bucket and chamois, you.
Oh, wait, hang on, before you rush off. Put me on your list. Outside windows, 33 Hamilton Road, once a fortnight.
You mean them council houses near Back Marriott Street? Where the rent collectors go in pairs?
Oh, thank you very much. It happens we've got the tenancy.
Hey, no, seriously. Glad you got fixed up, kid. I'll put you on my list. Hurry.
I never know whether to believe him or not. I mean, would you deliver to Hamilton Road? Because as a matter of fact, that's what I've come in for.
Of course we would, love. I'll put you down.
Oh, be awake a week today before we fling.
Right.
Well, that's it. Mission accomplished. Departure dates, hotel, flight, terms. I filled in all the forms and paid the deposit. 2 weeks today we'll be in Mallorca.
Oh, lucky you. I'll be in Hamilton Road.
Oh.
What is it? Oh, hello, Emily. Past your knocking off time, innit?
I just wanted a private word.
Why, something turned up, eh? Like my 4,000 quid.
Do you really think it's going to?
Well, you never know who might walk in, seeing as they know I'm following it up.
In other words, you're going to carry on playing detective.
You bet your bottom dollar I am.
You don't think the police might be just that bit better qualified?
I've told you, I don't want the police dragged in. You never know what mud they might drag up.
Oh, yes, of course, I forgot you're protecting the widow.
Yeah, something like that.
Isn't the truth a little bit less creditable? Doesn't it really come down to self-interest? To the fact that that £4,000 isn't yours. It wasn't from the moment you paid it to Mr. Ashton.
All right, if you want to be technical, yeah, that's a situation. But if the police recover that money, I'll have to put in a claim against his estate. It could take sixpence.
Mr. Baldwin, I know that financially you don't leave yourself much margin for error.
You're joking. We're on the brink. Where do you think I've been all afternoon, eh? Down Albertson's. Begging for credit.
It doesn't occur to you that you've asked for all this, I suppose.
Oh, now don't let's go into all that
It doesn't occur
again.
to you that I might not want to be involved in all this deceitfulness.
Well, I must admit, I have played my cards pretty close to my chest.
You've told downright lies.
Hey, now, steady
To be
on.
honest with you, I've considered going to the police myself.
Oh, have you? Oh, well, you've had all afternoon. What stopped you?
I didn't want to kill jobs for the sake of having a clear conscience.
Well said. So you just keep stum and let me handle it, all right?
Just don't ask me to tell any more lies.
Hey, hang on, just a minute. Hey, come back here. This has still got to be handled, you know. I mean, what if this detective Meadows comes back, eh? If he comes back sniffing round here, well, what am I going to do? I mean, he did cock an eye when he saw you fidgeting.
Fidgeting? I've never felt so ashamed.
But, Emily, all I'm asking for is another couple of days. If I haven't solved it by then, well, we'll give the law full strength.
I don't know.
Well, it's like you said, Emily. People's jobs are at risk. I've narrowed it down. There's 3 people that could have nicked that money. Wilf, what's his name? Bet Lynch and Hilda Ogden.
You mean you've got evidence?
Evidence has got nothing to do with it. It's a question of opportunity. And when you work that out, you've got to work out who'd be daft or desperate enough to take the advantage.
Mrs. Ogden?
I didn't say that.
If Mrs. Ogden's taken that money, then she's not in her right mind. And you're going to bully her, I suppose, into an admission. Is that your plan?
I will be very discreet. Or do you want me to shop her? Eh?
Oh,
Is that it?
I don't know. I just hope it wasn't Mrs. Ogden or anybody we know. I just hope the money's still in the canal. But what I do know is that I just can't take any more of your so-called business methods.
Hey, calm down.
In the last few days, I've heard you lie to the police. I've heard you make allegations that you know to be
allegations?
You practically accused Mr. Ashton's widow of diddling the insurance.
Well, the police had that in
But
mind
the thing
anyway.
I found most upsetting, the thing I can hardly bear to think about, it's so unforgivable, is using Ernest's death, to excuse my fidgeting, as you call it. That I can't stomach. That makes me wonder how I can go on working for you. Or whether I will.
Okay, is it, Mrs. O?
Yeah, all fixed. Why, heck, getting serious, aren't you, you and your young lady? Out with her last night, and here you are again, gadding off. I don't know how you can afford it.
You can't go watching the pennies, can you? I mean, when you're courting a girl from Bolton Road.
Ah, well, don't you be daft with your brass now. Don't go chucking it about. And think on, if you're ever skint and you fancy a cheap night, Michelle's invited to tea any time. Oh, no, who can that be?
It's okay, I'll get out on the way up.
Oh, tell her.
Is Mrs. Ogden in?
Yeah, Mrs. O.
Oh, right, love. Hello, Mr. Baldwin.
I'd like to have a word with you in private, Hilda.
Oh, yes, come on through. Here, make yourself comfortable. Can I offer you somewhat? A sherry, perhaps, or would you prefer somewhat stronger?
Well, it's nice to know you keep a full drinks cabinet, but this isn't a social call, so I'll take a rain check on the booze.
Oh, suit yourself.
I'll come straight to the point. You found a briefcase in the Rovers?
Yeah, belonged to that poor chap that crashed his car. I told you.
Yeah, of course you did.
It was like I said, under a table in the Rovers. Must have been there all night.
Yeah. And there were some papers of mine inside, designs. At least I think they were in his briefcase. I'm anxious to get them back.
Oh. Oh, dear. Things do get complicated, don't they, when somebody dies sudden?
Yeah, they do. Tell me, did you open it? Have a look inside.
Oh, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Oh, come on, Hilda. If I found a briefcase, I'd have to have a deco. Couldn't resist it.
Yeah, well, I did just have a little peek. Well, like you say, curiosity gets the better of the best of us, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. Tell me, was there an envelope inside? A brown one, quite a big one?
Oh, now then. There was some loose papers, 1 or 2 bits of cloth. Yes, there was a brown envelope.
Did you open it?
Oh, no, I never touched it. No, it was sort of thick, like, as if it was full of something.
Ah, yeah. My designs.
Oh.
Well, now you've offered, I think we'll have that drink, please, Hilda. Could I have a small scotch?
Oh, yes, my pleasure. Oh, dear, it is annoying when things go missing like that, isn't it?
Very annoying, Hilda. Very annoying.
Hello. You must be Kevin.
Yeah, that's right.
Michel, your young man's arrived. Do you want to wait here, or would you like to go inside?
I'll wait here if that's okay.
Actually, there's no one in the house at the moment bar Michel. It's Mrs. Robinson's bridge night.
Hiya. Won't be a tick.
I believe you run a garage.
Well, I work in one.
Oh, well, can't all be bosses, can we? The old lady's beginning to sound a bit rough. Perhaps you could have a listen sometime.
The old lady?
Getting a bit long in the tooth, but I don't like to part. These new models aren't all they're cracked up to be.
Oh, yeah. Nice motor, that.
You found us then?
Yeah.
I'll see you, Dad.
Enjoy yourselves.
Right, ta-ra.
You're making me feel nervous, Mike.
Am I?
Look, I'm not calling you a liar, but believe you me, there was no £4 in that briefcase. Don Ashton must have stashed it somewhere before he landed up here.
Well, if that was the case, you'd be off the hook. But that doesn't wash.
How can you be so sure?
I am. She had a word with Hilda, and she swears she saw a brown envelope in that case, and that was the morning after he left it.
Hilda reckons she never opened that flaming case.
Oh, come on, use your nut. Could she resist it being Hilda? Could I? Could you? No, she said she saw a bulky brown envelope, and I believe her.
So, it's the police job then?
If the police get a smell of this money, we're all in trouble. You, me, and the tea leaf. That makes 3 of us. On the other hand...
Hang on.
No, you hang on and you listen. The police have completed their investigations, right? Accidental death. And what his wife says about this money, well, that's just to come on. But one word from me and they'll be swarming all over this place. Now, I'm prepared to hold my fire till tomorrow night. Then I'm down a nick, bunging my claim in. And then it's official inquiries, brewery investigation.
Charming.
The facts are staring me in the face. My money was thieved by someone that works in this pub. Wilf, Hilda, or yourself. And if I don't get it back, one of you is going to end up doing time. It's your choice. You think about it.
Oh, this is for your morning break.
Oh, great. Do you have those little sort of...
Oh, I don't know. I suppose I'll have to keep on making me flapjack now I've started. It was always Stan's favourite and all. One of the few things he put in his stomach that was good for him. Because it's all pure oats, you know, very nutrimental. I put 2 pieces in.
Oh, great.
Oh, very nice.
Hey?
Wearing that aftershave, aren't you? Seen your Michelle today? Oh, it's a lovely name, Michelle. I wish they'd had names like that when I was christened. Still, I don't suppose I'd have been no different whatever they'd have called me.
No. You know how you said she could come round to tea any time?
Yes, I did, and she'd be very welcome.
Yeah, well, only I'm seeing her tonight. I mean, if it's too short notice, say so and I won't.
No, tonight'd be fine, love. Of course, she'll not get a banquet, but then she wouldn't get that whenever she came. Still, she'll not go hungry neither. No, by all means, you bring her. Oh, but not too early, eh? Say about 6:30, because I'm doing Mr. Baldwin's flat this afternoon and I don't want to skimp it.
All right, 6:30, fine. Right, I'll be off.
Go on, get yourself off. Oh, and I'll have plenty of hot water ready if you want a bath before she comes.
Great.
Hello, love.
Very quiet this morning.
I've got something to be quiet about. Hilda?
Yes, where do you want me to start this morning?
Come and sit yourself down. I want a word with the pair of you. I had a very interesting talk with Mike Baldwin last night.
Oh, I mustn't forget I'm doing his place this afternoon.
Are you? Well, watch yourself. He's after blood.
How do you mean?
This pal of his, this Don Ashton, the one that got Kaylied in here and drove his car into the cut, for which I shall always feel responsible.
It wasn't your fault.
Try telling the police that. They've hinted enough about me serving him when he'd already had too many. Anyway, that's not the point. Mike Baldwin says he gave him 4,000 quid that afternoon, and he put it in his briefcase.
What, the one we found?
The one we found.
Well, Mr. Baldwin told me he was missing something, but he said it was some designs. He never said naught about money.
Yeah, he told me that. Designs, he said.
Well, it wasn't. It was 4,000 quid. Oh, blow it. We'll never get the pub open at this rate. Wilf, go and stop the bar up for me. There's a good lad.
Yeah, right.
Hilda? Yes? Put some more hot water on this tea for me, will you, love?
Oh, yeah, OK.
You told Mike you saw a brown envelope in that briefcase, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you didn't know what was inside the envelope.
No, I never opened it.
So it could have been anything. Papers, anything.
What are you getting at?
I'm blowed if I know. I'm trying to do my Miss Marple's act. Ashton's missus rang the police and said that he had money with him. They weren't too sure. Thought it might be some sort of insurance fiddle. So why shouldn't Mike be up to the same trick? You tell him that you see an envelope in that briefcase. He dreams up this tale that it had his money in it. Maybe he's thinking of putting a claim in.
Yes, but that envelope was pinched, wasn't it? Because it was inside when I opened the case. But by the time you give it the police, it had gone.
Good thinking. So, if it was pinched, it's likely there was money in it. And it's even more likely it was Mike Baldwin's 4,000 quid. Did you pinch it?
No.
Neither did I. So, if you gave the case to Wilf, and Wilf gave the case to me, you didn't pinch the money, and I didn't pinch the money. There's not many names left on the list, are there? Exactly. What would Annie Walker do? Sack him? Have it out with him face to face? Bring the police in? I don't know.
Come in. Yes, Emily.
There's no need for this.
Oh, I think there's every need, Mr. Baldwin. I've never been used to anything other than honesty in both my private and my business life.
Well, you didn't exactly tell any lies, did you?
All lies aren't spoken. I kept quiet when I shouldn't have done. And now I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin, I can't go on working here if...
Now, just a minute. Just give one thought for me, eh? Just for a minute. I've lost £4,000. And you want to give your notice in?
I know you've lost £4,000, but I don't see why I should make up for it at the cost of... Oh, it sounds very pompous using words like integrity, but mine happens to be important to me. And if you want someone who's happy to cooperate in this kind of shady business, then I'm afraid you'll have to find someone else.
Look, if it's because of what I said about Ernest...
It's not just that, though I still think that was despicable. No, it's... You know why, Mr. Baldwin. I'm sorry.
What do you think? Oh, it's lovely. And I bought myself a big sun hat as well.
Oh, where is it you're going exactly?
Ah. Well, I've had a letter from the tour people, and they can't get us into the original hotel, so they've found us another, but, well, it's just not in the same place. It's a bit farther away from Palmer.
You know what that means, don't you? They can't get enough takers for the first hotel, so they're trying to fill another one.
It looks very nice, this new one.
Anywhere in Mallorca's nice after round here.
Who's going to Mallorca?
These two are and Emily. Have you got your holiday clothes yet?
I'm going this afternoon. She doesn't know it yet, but she's giving me a couple of hours off.
Am I? I'm getting generous in my old age.
Well, I don't want much. In fact, all I really need's a new swimsuit.
Oh, you can borrow a pair of my briefs. That's all you'll need. They all go topless over there.
Well, I'm not going topless.
Go on. Nobody'd notice. Oh, dear. I always knew I'd go too far one of these days.
Well, son, wake up now. Hey, same again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
Gatto's fresh in, if you fancy making a pig of yourself.
No thanks, better not. Mrs. Ogden's doing a big tea. Got a friend coming round.
Oh, I see. Terry, is it, Curly?
No, it's,
No, but that girlfriend of his. Fair bit of stuff and all.
Hey, mind your own business, you. Set the notice in for the bloke. Hey, when you get married then?
What's the chance? But we just met her.
Careful lad, our Kevin, aren't you, love?
Well, don't believe him rushing into things.
I wish I'd have thought like that.
Here, fellow, Mrs. Bishop.
Oh, hello, George.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
I don't suppose you'll know when Mr. Bowman will have any time for you this afternoon, do you?
I don't, no.
I'd like to have a word with him about my holidays.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't help there. He approves the holiday list.
I tried to get to him this morning, but he seemed to have a lot on his mind.
Yes.
I suppose it's to do with that pal of his dying the way he did. Must have hit him pretty hard.
Yes, I'm sure it must.
Well, I'll try again later then.
Yes, I'd do that.
Can I get you a drink?
No.
No. Right.
Will?
Hmm? Oh, sorry.
Party, pretty please, Will.
Right, George.
Baldwin.
Mike, it's Bed. Can you nip across and see me this afternoon? 3:30, set to 4.
No, I'm a bit pushed.
It's about your money.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll come across.
Right. Come on through.
What's all this about?
Well, I've been doing a bit of detective work. Nothing too clever, but...
Any luck?
I'm not sure. Sit down a minute, look. I've had a word with Hilda and Wilf about what you told me last night about the money. If it was in Don Ashton's briefcase when he left it in the bar, I still can't see anybody opening it that night. None of the customers, that is. It would have been too obvious. So the odds are it was in the case all night, and it was still in there when Hilda found it in the morning. She reckons there was a brown envelope in there.
Well, we're raking over old ground here. I told you Hilda saw the envelope.
Hilda says that she didn't take it. She says it was still in there when she handed the case to Wilf, and I believe her.
Yeah, so do I.
Now then, Wilf handed the case to me. I gave it to the police, by which time there was no envelope in there. I didn't take it, Mike.
I believe that too. So we're left with Wilf.
Like I said, he didn't need no Sherlock Holmes. But we've got to be careful, Mike. I mean, we can't be sure. Hilda could have made a mistake about seeing the envelope. Somebody else could have pinched it that night. We can't be sure.
Well, what am I doing here then?
Well, I don't like accusing Wilf. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. But there's something wrong with him. He's been edgy ever since that money was mentioned, and I just thought you ought to know.
To tell you the truth, I had him marked down myself. Is he here?
No, he's at home. He's got the rest of the day off. I've got a girl coming in tonight.
Have you got his address?
Go easy on him.
You're talking about £4,000.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry. I can handle it.
Going a bit posh, aren't you, Hilda? Doyle is.
Ah, well. Kevin's bringing his young lady to tea.
Oh, is he? I bet he's frightened to death.
Oh, from my account, he needn't be. I do know how to treat folk proper, you know.
I'm not saying you don't, Hilda, and don't get roughy. I've enough with Mavis. You just have a nice tea party.
Oh, don't worry, we will.
Trollo.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Todd. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Mrs. Ogden. And yourself?
Oh, can't grumble.
She's getting over it nicely, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Wrong size.
You might have known. He wants the bigger ones. How much more do I owe you?
Oh, just 20 peeler. Oh, let me show you. This is the new hotel that we're staying at.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
I know this place. Look, I don't want to be a wet blanket, but we went to this little town when we were there this April. And we met a couple on the beach who were staying here. Oh, they were having a terrible time. You see this place here?
Yeah.
This sort of extension?
Yeah.
Well, if you look closely, you can see it's a drawing.
Well, now you come to mention it, so it is.
It won't be finished yet. They'd only just started when we met these people. A lovely little couple, too, from Eccles. Oh, they were having an awful time. Banging all day and night, floodlights everywhere, and the dust. There was cement dust over everything. Beds, carpets, food, everything. Did they give you the option of cancelling?
Well, I think so, yeah.
I'd cancel then. I would really.
Maybe they'll go spare.
Better to be sure than sorry. You never know, it could all turn out for the best. I'm just sorry as it's me as had to tell you. I'm afraid I've been the bearer of bad news, love.
What do you mean, bad news? Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Rita, what does she mean?
Look, give us a packet of my cigars, will you? I'm in a hurry.
Here. Hey, have you ever heard of please and thank you? Mavis, I think you better go and brew a pot of tea, love.
Oh, hello, Mr. Baldwin.
Come have a word with you.
Yeah, right.
Bet told you what was in that case, didn't she? £4,000.
Yeah. I thought you said there were some designs had gone missing.
I know what I said, but it wasn't. It was money.
Well, yeah, she did mention it.
Well, I won't beat about the bush. I'll come straight to the point. I think it was you who nicked it.
Me? Why me?
Because Hilda said the money was in that case when she gave it to you.
Ah, you know, Hilda. She reads tea leaves.
She wasn't reading tea leaves. She was telling the truth. I saw it go in there. And she said it was in there when she gave the case to you. And I believe her. Now, there are only 3 people that could have nicked that. Hilda, Bet and you. And you are favourite by a mile.
Mate, hang on a minute now. Why pick on me? Them two wouldn't turn their noses up at 4,000 quid, you know.
No, but they're prepared to let the police come and sort it out again. Are you?
Well, yeah, of course I am.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you time to think about it. I'll be in the Rovers from opening time till 7 o'clock. If I haven't heard from you by then, I'm calling the police. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
7 o'clock then. And not a minute later.
Oh, you do look nice.
Okay, Emma.
Yes, lovely, lovely. Got that aftershave on again, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think your hand slipped, love. If I was you, I'd go and give my face a bit of a rinse and get some off. It's just a bit overpowering.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Oh, I'll get it. Oh, hello, love. Come on in.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden. Am I too early?
No, you're just right. Go on through. Oh, what a lovely dress.
Do you like it?
Oh, I do, yes. Oh, Kevin, young lady to see you.
Hello?
Well, come on, sit yourself down. Would you like a sherry?
I would, yes.
Oh, you shall have one then. Kevin, would you do the honours? It's all in the kitchenette. I'll have one too, and there's some beer for you.
It's
Very good of you to invite me.
Oh, I'm delighted, love, delighted. Because I don't get much opportunity these days for functions of this nature. No, I used to have a gentleman paying guest, and Mr. Yates used to bring his young lady to tea. Oh, they were lovely occasions.
What happened to them?
Oh, they got married and had a little baby.
Here we go. There.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go, Mrs. Hope.
Thank you, love. Ta. Well, here's to the future. May it bring health and happiness.
Health and happiness.
Health and happiness.
Well, according to Mrs. Todd, she wouldn't stay there for a pension.
Oh, she didn't have a good word to say for it. I've just left her now.
Oh, I see. You didn't believe me then.
Oh, I did believe you. Just wanted more details for when I wrote.
You have written then?
Well, you told me to. Still, I wish I could have seen Emily first, though.
Oh, blow Emily. 2 to 1 any road.
Oh, I suppose you could look at it like that.
Of course you could. Well, here's to the holiday that never was.
They're going to Mallorca, them two.
Well, we're not. We're going to Rill. I always went as a kid, had some lovely time.
Oh, I like North Wales. Some lovely country behind those resorts, you know. Not flat like Blackpool or Sandford. There's mountains, rivers, lakes. It's lovely.
Why can't we all go, eh?
Do you know to hear him talk, you think he couldn't face a week on his own with me, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you? Rob's return? Yes, Wolf. Right. Wilf, he wants you to go round.
I think you better come too. Can you leave her?
As long as I'm not too long.
I'll get the car round.
Kevin says you live on Bolton Road.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, do you know Dr. Lauder?
Oh, yes, he's our doctor. He's a friend of my father's. Are they friends of yours?
Well, in a way, yes. I help Mrs. Lauder with her domestic arrangements.
That's nice. Right, this is where you sit down and open your present. Now, it's only a few chocolates, but you can have 1 or 2 while the layback helps me with the washing up.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Come on, you can wipe.
Look, I can't have this.
Do you want me to enjoy myself?
Oh, well, of course I do.
Then let me do the washing up. Oi, heel.
Thanks for coming.
I hope it's worth it. All here, is it?
Yeah, every penny. I've not touched it.
Why'd you do it, Wilf?
I don't know. Well, I'm not exactly rolling in it, am I? And when well, I'd never seen that much money before, and it all happened before I could think proper. I put it in my pocket, give the case to Bet, and after that it was too late.
Why give it back now?
Well, I think I'd have given it back anyway, sooner or later.
Sounds honest to me.
He only thinks he would. Go on.
Oh, no, I would, really. I don't know why I was hanging on to it. And then when you started talking about bringing the police back in, look, I don't want to go to prison.
Oh, been there before, have you?
No, never. Honest, I've never done out like this before. Are you telling the police?
I gave this money to Aston for a load of denim I'm not going to get. So legally it's mine. And seeing as I got it back, I don't see there's any point in contacting the police. Which makes you a very lucky fella as far as I'm concerned. Don't know about her.
I never touched a penny of it. I wouldn't have done. I couldn't.
Come on, Bet, let him sweat. We've done our bit.
Thanks very much, lovey. Have a good time.
Very nice, thank you. Very nice indeed. Right, now, Scotch darling, one for yourself. We will drink to success.
For you, perhaps. What about me? What'll I do?
Well, that's up to you, darling. I know what I'd do, but then you're not me, are you?
To live here.
That's us.
There's nothing in it, you know. No chairs or anything.
As a matter of fact, we've got our own. We're coming later.
I live down there.
Oh. We'll be seeing quite a bit of you then.
Suppose so.
At least the neighbours are friendly.
Sort of.
Morning. Oh, hello, you're back then. Yeah, well, I think it is me, yeah. How was your grandchild? Oh, lovely. Eh, the little thing. Ah, yeah, babies are, aren't they? Pity they have to grow up. Oh, here. You'll never guess what's been going on here. Never in a million years. What, lovey? We've only had the police in, and there's been a very mysterious death. A death?
Betsy, love, have you had a nice time?
Oh, lovely, yes. I say, what's all this Hilda's going on about this death? Well, I was telling her about that chap getting killed and his money.
Come on through, Betty, love. I've just this minute put the kettle on.
Oh. What has been going on?
Shut that door, love.
Right. Well?
Well, we've had a bit of trouble.
Look, who's dead?
Nobody you know. This chap, business pal of Mike Baldwin's. He ran his car into the canal just up Bury New Road.
What's that got to do with the Rovers?
Well, he'd been drinking in here, but that's not all. He had a lot of money with him in a briefcase and he left the case behind.
So?
Money mizzled, didn't it?
Well, while it were here?
Yeah.
Do you mean somebody from here stole it?
Wilf.
Wilf?
4,000 quid.
Oh, I'll have to sit down.
We were all suspected. Me, Hilda. Police give us a right grilling.
Well, where's Wilf now? Is it on a bunk?
No, he's give the money back to Mike. Said he did it on impulse, never touched a penny.
Well, if you want my opinion, lovey.
I do, Betty.
He's a thief. It's as simple as that. I mean, how are you going to trust him ever again? I mean, with your till and your stock.
I know, you're right, Betty. I'm just hoping he never shows his face again. That's a bit best end to it.
One packet of wine gums, thank you.
So, that's the secret of your success, is it?
What?
Have I or have I not seen you with the same girl recently, and very attractive too, at least 3 times?
You must have.
So, you keep her sweet with wine gums. I used to have a boyfriend brought me oranges. He'd slap one in my hand when we were in pictures. Next minute, he'd be necking. I'm sure he thought an orange were a turn-on for me.
I must apologise for my friend, Kevin. She can be very coarse at times. Look, I'm sure Kevin is a perfect gentleman, unlike your boyfriends. I think any girlfriend of his is very lucky indeed.
She's only trying to mark her own cards with you, know, because she's on the shelf at the moment. Is that right, baby?
Be seeing you.
Bye-bye. But you're a nice boy. He's a bit old-fashioned in a way.
Keep your hands off him.
Hello.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Could I have a dozen barrows, please?
Yes.
Blue. Where do all the barrows go? It's a bigger mystery than where flies go in wintertime.
I'm glad you've come in, actually. I came round last night, but you were out.
Oh, I was visiting at the hospital.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Holidays off.
Oh. Well, it's this new hotel that they've given us. Now, apparently it's terrible. Just not finished yet, according to one of our customers. She said 2 months ago there was cement dust everywhere. So Well, we were thinking of cancelling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no point in going to a bad hotel, wherever it is.
Oh, I'm so glad you agree, Emily. So, we'll have to have a confab, won't we, and decide on somewhere else.
Well, I fancy somewhere in England, somewhere we know.
Well, we'll have to talk about it.
Well, actually, I'd rather not be involved, if you don't mind.
Oh, why?
Well, I'm not sure I can go those 2 weeks now, so it'd be better if you don't consider me. Sorry. Bye. Bye, Emily.
Bye. Oh, now, why should she suddenly change her mind?
Maybe she just grabbed the chance not to come away with us. Or you. You don't have any funny habits when you're on holiday that I don't know about, do you? Don't go topless, do you?
Right, that's it. All done and dusted.
You've not done them stairs.
Oh, yeah, the stairs, flipping, fiddling things. It's hands and knees job, that, you know. It's time we had a new Hoover with all the gadgets like Mrs. Lowther had.
This isn't Lowther Hall, Hilda. This is an alehouse on corner of Coronation Street.
Don't I know it? I'm a habitat of two worlds, me. This place and paradise at Mrs. Lowther's.
Hello, Hilda.
Hi.
Sorry I'm a bit late, but bus never come. Betty?
Oh. I was wondering where he'd got to.
You can't be going out with her again
I
tonight.
am.
We had a nice trio of mates going, except when Teddy does his Rocky impersonation. And now you have to ruin it all by getting involved with some girl.
Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry for splitting up the Three Musketeers, but the way I remember it last, there was just one. Terry. Me and you was just his labourers.
What I can't understand is...
What?
Well, look, I know Michelle's a very nice girl and all that.
She's lovely.
But what are you getting out of it besides a hole in your pocket?
She's not expensive. She goes 50-50 on most things.
Yeah, but you're not lovers, though, are you?
None of your business.
No, but you're not, are you? You're like me, you. You're a bit frightened of it, you know. Love. Well, come on, be honest.
I'm not frightened of it.
And Michelle, she doesn't look like the kind of girl who can give you the benefit of her own experience. What I need is an older woman. You know, mature, but still very attractive. I mean, that's the classic way for a young man to find out about the meaning of life.
Woman brings a car in for a service to suit you. She's about 40, but looks terrific.
Go on, I'm interested.
Oh, I mean, the only snag is, what do you do with her 4 kids while she's teaching you the meaning of life?
Ha. So I take it you're not coming tonight, then?
Told you I'm seeing Michelle.
Michelle, you see, you're too young to be getting serious about a girl. I mean, what about your wild oats, eh? What about them? You're wasting the best years of your life being lovesick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're out there sowing a wild oat a minute. Some hopes.
Don't you worry, I'm working up to it. I'll see you.
What are you going to do about him?
I don't know.
You're waiting for him to stick his fingers in there still, aren't you? Well, there's no skin off my nose, lovey. As long as you don't start thinking of somebody else's fingers.
There you are, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. May I say it's a pleasure to be served by you.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. The first drink's always the best, isn't it? Here, like the first breath we ever took, I suppose, if we could remember it. What do you think about the state of the world, Dennis? No, I'd like your opinion as an educated man. Well, if you want my opinion, the worst thing that happened to this world was the decline of the British Empire. All those places coloured red on the map, they used to run like clockwork. What are they now? Hotbeds.
I love Scotch.
What's he still doing here?
Well, he just turned up this morning, didn't he? Anyway, I thought it best to forget the whole thing had ever happened. I mean, you don't want any more trouble, do you?
No, I don't.
And I'm sure Wilf's learned his lesson. He was like a frightened rabbit when we tackled him yesterday.
Yeah, but if we hadn't worked out it was him, do you think he would have confessed? I don't. I think he'd have got very attached to my 4,000 quid. Very attached.
You'd fire him then?
Wouldn't work for me again. No way.
He's a goner, if you ask me, you know, Kev. Fancy being lured away from the civilising company of his male peers by the treacherous wiles of a woman. It's tragic.
You know, I think I'll give up the bird race, me.
You?
Yeah, I mean, what are they after all, eh, birds? Nothing but walking aggro. They don't think like us, they don't act like us, they're always washing their hair, they can't even kick a ball straight. I mean, what are we doing messing about with them at all?
Aye. There's a lot to be said for exclusive male society. I mean, take monks, all that reading and learning they get through.
Yeah.
And then there's the Knights of the Round Table. Wasn't Guinevere who went round zapping dragons, was it?
Right. From now on, birds are banned, all right?
Aye. Mind you, it's easy for me to say. I've never actually been in with them. But I promise to support you until death.
Death? I'm only talking about this week, mate.
I'm off, Betty, before her ladyship finds me something else to do.
Excuse me, please.
What's happening with him?
I've no idea.
I'm surprised to see him still here.
Are you?
Has he got his cards, do you know?
No.
You don't know much, do you?
No.
Oh, all right, be like that.
Cheese sandwich when you've got a minute, please, Wolf.
Yeah, right.
I think you and me had better have a talk later on, Will.
Hey, Mrs. O.
Oh.
It's just on my way out.
Oh, have you had any dinner?
Yeah, I made myself some beans on toast.
Oh, that's good. I couldn't get away from the Rovers. She wants blood, that Bet Lynch. She's worse than Annie Walker. At least I could bamboozle her.
All right, ta-ra.
Oh, hey, I'm having a night out tonight, going to bingo with a friend. Well, I say a friend, but we always seem to be in the supermarket at the same time, you know, reaching for the same pot of jam. She's a widow like me. Anyway, if you're late, I'll leave your tea in the oven, all right?
Right, ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love.
Enjoyed that conversation, Kenneth, you know. I reckon between you just about put the world to rights.
Yeah.
It's a nice change to have a serious conversation with a mental equal round
Oh,
here.
absolutely, absolutely.
We must do it again, I hope, and
I'll
soon.
look forward to it.
Well, cheerio.
Bye.
What's he been nattering about all this time?
Oh, Lord knows. Just a blur of words after the first 5 minutes. He seems to hold an opinion on just about everything. And do you know what he attributes his robust health to?
No, Noddy.
String vests. Next time you see him talking to me, Betty, rescue me. Otherwise, I'll withdraw my custom forthwith.
Oh, I remember that, lovey.
Well, I think I'll be off too.
Hey, what do you think about Will?
Well, Bet knows exactly what I feel. I've left her in no doubt. See you then.
Try them.
Are you ready for the fray, Emily?
I haven't quite finished my lunch yet, Mr. Baldwin.
Look, Emily, can we have a talk about this, sort it out? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this business is history.
I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin. I can't forget that I had to lie to the police on your behalf quite so easily.
Well, you know what they say, Emily. Truth is the first casualty of war. Sometimes it doesn't go down too well in business, either.
Rush seems to be over.
Ah, thank goodness.
Wilf, if you've got a minute, we'll have that chat now. I never expected you to come in today. Or ever again.
Oh.
Some folk might say you'd a flaming cheek coming in. So, what you didn't do yourself, I shall have to do for you. I think you'd better call it a day here, Wilf.
You firing me?
Yes.
Please, don't, Bet.
What else can I do after what you did? You stole 4,000 quid from a customer. How could I ever trust you again?
But I've never taken anything before from anybody.
How do I know that?
I was tempted.
We're all tempted at some time by something or other.
I had 4,000 quid staring me in the face. I had to have it. It didn't cross my mind it were wrong till I got it home and then it were too late. My mind had blown. All I could see was the money. 4,000 quid in my hand. 4,000 quid.
Which didn't belong to you.
I know it didn't.
Then you shouldn't have touched it.
I'm not allowed one mistake then, am I? You never made a mistake, Bet?
Of course I have. And I've paid for 'em.
Nobody ever done you a good turn? It won't be just this job I'll lose, you know. Word'll get out.
Not from me, it won't.
Well, maybe not from you, but it will. Nobody'll take me on. I've just had one dose of unemployment. I couldn't stand another. Not living on my own.
You could always go and get a holiday job somewhere down south.
Yeah, I like living round here. At least, you know, got a few mates. That's all I have got. Look, Bet, I've not done much with my life. Give us another chance, eh? I don't want to be branded a thief, see? Because I'm not. I was weak once, that's all.
I shall be watching you like a hawk in future, Wilf. One more false move and you're out.
Thanks very much, Bet.
Oh, thanks very much, Ivy.
Well, I thought you'd make better use of it than me, love. I mean, you know how long it's been in that back bedroom.
It's just the job, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah. We got anything else you want to get rid of? Like a carpet or a bedroom suite?
I've got a chest of drawers you can have. It's painted, but it's got mahogany underneath. You could strip it down.
Done.
Brian, we're not paupers.
Yes, we are.
Well, love, how do you feel now that you've moved in?
It's growing on me.
Well, I think it's very nice, honest. Anyway, come on, George, before Baldwin counted this was gone.
You've got a nerve, haven't you? Using the firm's van after what happened last time you borrowed it.
Brian, I'm supposed to be on my shopping hour, OK?
And I just happened to be passing the end of the street on a delivery, didn't I?
You're a couple of right villains, you two. And to thank you for this, you're both invited to a meal as soon as we get straight.
Well, we don't want to push ourselves on you, you know.
You won't be. You'll be a guest in my house, won't you?
Yeah. Anyway, come on, George, before his cover's blown.
Yeah, I'll follow you back. Got time, I'll pick Nicky up.
Oh, yes, and he'd love it here as well, won't he, love? Seems to be plenty of playmates for him.
Yeah, I reckon the only way to keep up with the Joneses around here is to have another 6 kids.
You've been lucky.
See you, love.
Be good.
Bye.
See you.
See you.
Hello, love. Hiya. Have you got a quarter of jelly, babies? I feel like biting all their heads off.
I see. Feeling like that, are we?
What do you really want? Gazette. I'm hoping somebody I don't like's just died.
Oh, you are in a bad way. Anything I can do?
How did Gregory Peck used to put it? The responsibilities of command. Only in his case, it were a battleship, not a pub.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm not feeling all that bright myself. We've only had to cancel the holiday. And I've a feeling Mavis and I aren't going to agree all that easy on somewhere else.
Dunno I could do with a break.
Oh, join the club. I could definitely do with a rest.
Who's talking about a rest? I'm talking about a few days somewhere like Blackpool, trailing my mink coat behind me if I had one.
I fancy somewhere in this country. Instead of all that hassle at airports and getting yourself burnt to a frazzle in sun.
Hey, you can't beat Blackpool. You're there in a couple of hours in a char-a-banc. Everybody letting their hair down. You can cut the smell of shrimps and best bitter with a knife. It's paradise.
Well, maybe it's paradise to you.
What do you say? We could book it today.
I don't think Mavis would like that.
I weren't thinking of Mavis coming, actually.
Oh. Well, what would I tell her?
Leave Mavis to me.
Hello.
Hi, come in. All right, through.
Is Mrs. Ogden not in?
No, she's gone out.
Oh, so where are we going tonight then?
Oh, where do you want to go?
Don't you want to go to the Rovers? You usually do.
Fed up with the Rovers.
You're not feeling ill, are you?
Can live without the Rovers, you know.
And what about your friends?
Can live without them as well.
Have you fallen out?
No.
Something's gone wrong.
If you must know, I'm fed up of all the remarks about us.
What sort of remarks?
Well, about us going out together.
They pull your leg, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, you can stand that, can't you? I mean, my friends pull my leg.
Yeah, not like Teddy and Curly do. I mean, they get personal.
You think girls don't get personal, do you?
Not as personal as Teddy and Curly. I've got a sister, remember?
So what we doing then?
I don't know. Might stop in, play a few records.
What, stop in? On a nice night like this?
Unless you've got any better ideas.
No.
Well then.
Looks like Kev's not coming in.
He's a dead man, isn't he?
Yeah.
We don't even mention his name anymore.
No. We could throw ourselves into work, you know, now that we're misogynists.
Is that what we are?
Yeah, you know, committed to celibacy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could start removals again.
Got no wheels.
Well, Mike Baldwin's got an old van for sale. You know, the one that got vandalised?
It's worth thinking about.
Well, I thought so.
Sure, shout.
I thought it was yours.
No.
Hey, guess who's in there? Andrea.
Andrea?
No.
Terry?
How do?
Oh, hi.
Finish your exams then?
Nearly.
Well, I thought you're back in circulation coming in here.
Next week.
Make a note of that. Put it in my diary.
I shouldn't bother. I don't want you to be disappointed. Bye.
Oi, your flaming celibacy didn't last long, did it?
I was only asking her how her exams were going.
Yeah.
All I know is he's stopping.
Well, he's a very lucky man. What do you say, Mr. Baldwin?
I'll go along with that, Hilda.
If I'd done what he did, they'd have put me in prison and chucked the key away.
Yeah, well, Bet's a bit soft on lame dogs, isn't she? Not to be recommended. See you tomorrow, then.
Oh, I think I'm going your way, Mr. Baldwin.
Come on, then.
Thank you. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Look, I don't really feel like a drink.
I do. It's all right, Wilf. I'll see to these two ladies. A vodka and tonic and a sweet sherry, right, please?
Look, Rita, we must settle this holiday.
Yes, I know we
Well,
must.
where do you want to go?
I'm easy.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to go somewhere in England.
I do.
Well, then you're not easy, are you? You've got a preference.
Well, where do you want to go? There we are.
Thank you.
Thanks, love. I believe you've had to cancel your holiday.
Yes, we have.
Oh, dear. I'm thinking of booking for Blackpool myself.
Oh.
Why don't you two come with me?
Well, I don't think Mavis here would fancy Blackpool, would you, Mavis?
No. Sorry, Bet. You'll never get in anywhere if you don't pull your finger out.
Well, that's true.
Everywhere will be booked up.
Probably.
Still, if you can't agree on anywhere...
We can't.
Do you know that's one of the advantages of going on your own? You've only got yourself to please.
Absolutely.
You'd like to go to Blackpool, wouldn't you?
Well, I wouldn't mind.
All right.
You mean you wouldn't mind if I went to Blackpool with that?
That's very big of you, Mavis, isn't it, Reed?
I'm choked.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
Well, what I meant was we could all three go together. I don't want to be the dog in the manger.
Oh. That'd be even better, wouldn't it, Bet?
Great.
Is it me or is it warm tonight?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Don't you feel like going for a drink?
Especially now.
Your friends might not be there.
Phone to a penny.
We don't have to sit with them.
No, they'll come and sit with us.
What exactly have they been saying?
Oh, you know.
Tell me.
They've been asking whether we've... You know.
I hope you've told them we haven't.
Of course I have, yeah.
Have you ever been with anybody?
Not proper, no. Have you?
Of course I haven't.
I mean, there's nothing wrong in it.
I never said there was anything wrong in it.
What's wrong?
Couldn't breathe.
Sorry.
I'm boiling. I'm going.
Going where?
Home.
Why?
I just think I ought to.
Don't go.
Good night.
What have I done?
It's what I think you were hoping to do from the minute I walked in tonight.
There you are, sunshine. Better bargain than that, you won't get this side of the smoke. 800 in Redders, you got yourself a light removal van, passion wagon, etc. Can't be bad, can it?
Bit clapped out, though, isn't it?
Well, it's better than driving the old bin wagon around, though, isn't it?
Not much difference by the look of it.
Clapped out? What do you mean? Take it for a spin. Only no bombing it down the M6, so clock the mileage. All right?
Okay.
See ya.
Cheers. Hey, imagine, Terry. Watson Duckworth, expert removals, distance, no object.
Hey, mastermind. I don't want my name plastering over anywhere, do I? When you're doing a spot of moonlight and you don't want to broadcast it, do you?
Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right.
Hey, Curly, you're keen on art, aren't you? Rembrandt and all that.
Oh, aye. I often nip into the art gallery, you know, exhibitions and that. A good turner one at the moment.
Great.
So you're just a chap to get this painted. Dark blue or maroon. Use your artistic judgment.
Ho, ho, very funny.
Hey! I hope you're not planning on leaving this monstrosity in street. It's a flaming eyesore.
Don't you be talking about my mate Curly like that.
It's this object I'm on about. Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you, laddie. Now get it shifted or I'll have the council on you.
OK, Adolf.
Wagons roll.
With the sound of music. Tra-la-la-la-la. Oh, it was a lovely film, that. Me favourite.
What?
Sound of Music, couldn't you tell?
I've never seen it.
Oh, I've seen it umpteen times. Raindrops and kittens, tied up with strings. These are a few of my favourite things. What's up, love?
Nothing, honest.
Oh, come on, you can't fool me. I've not lived with fellas all my life without knowing when something's wrong.
I'm just a bit fed up, you know.
It's Michelle, isn't it? I wondered why she cleared off early when I come back from bingo last night. Had words, did you?
No. Yeah, we did. We had a row. I think it's over.
Oh, no, be just a lover's tiff, you mark my words.
More than that. You and Mr. Ogden have a squabble.
What, me and Stan argue? Oh, bless him. Well, suppose you could say we did have the odd crossword now and again. We had Elsie Tanner banging on that wall a few times with her clod up in number 9s. Not that we took no notice, of course. Well, she was only jealous because she couldn't get a fella to argue with. Not one that was breathing any road.
You're better than a tonic, Mrs. O.
Now, it's up to you, Kevin. If you want to talk about it, I'm all ears. Trouble shared's a trouble halved, you know. But I'll tell you this. Michelle thinks a lot about you. She told me herself.
Did she, honest?
You're different. Them were her very words.
Different? Don't think I like the sound of that.
Oh, no, she's a very nice girl, is Michelle. A cut above that lot round here, like them loudmouth Clayton girls. I took to her straight away, and I set a lot of store by first appearances.
I think I'll jack women in. Can't father them out. Stick with motors, I can understand them.
Oh, yeah, but you can't cuddle up to a motor, can you? Hey. Now, surely it wasn't that, was it?
Wasn't what?
Well, you and Michelle having the run of this place last night. Didn't put ideas in your head, did it? Ideas Michelle didn't share.
It wasn't like that, Mrs. Ogden, honest. It was just... I don't know. I thought Michelle would expect me to.
Oh, you fellas, will you never learn?
I won't, and that's for sure.
I realise it must be a problem, this promiscuity thing. I mean, it wasn't around in my day. But if you did step out of line, Kevin, and I'm not saying you did, but if you did, then you must let Michelle know you're sorry. Let her know your true feelings.
I like her. I like her a lot. Couldn't sleep last night for thinking about it.
What you really mean, Kevin, is you love her. I don't know. Fellas don't like saying that. But they should, so think on. In the meantime, you go and get yourself washed and shaved. I'm not having you spending your Saturday moping round here all day. Now go on, shift yourself.
You're a little belter.
Oh, go on, get off with you.
Hey, good on you, Bettykins. I'm spitting feathers.
Morning.
Hey, that is toast. I can smell burning, isn't it?
No, not alone.
With a bit of tasty cheese on top. There'll be an extra 10p in your wages come from.
I'm sorry, I had my breakfast about an hour since. Had a nice little crispy bit of bacon, a fried egg, sunny side up. Oh, and a sausage. Very tasty.
You're cruel, Turpin. Dead cruel.
You never should have left out. You had it made there.
You must be joking. It's sheer luxury living here. No waiting for Alf to finish his ablutions. Nobody abluted like Alf. Whereas here, I can roll out my kip and roll downstairs.
Yeah, it shows.
Hey, well, I think on. You'll be kipping here soon.
Well, Newton and Ridley's rushed you out at last.
No, not yet. Me and Rita swanning off to Blackpool. That place won't know what's it to.
Oh, thanks very much for asking me to go with you. It's nice to be wanted.
But you are wanted, Betty, love, here for security reasons. I mean, I can hardly trust.
Whip it quick, Will.
Now, Betty, forgive and forget. It takes all sorts to make a world. Watch out.
Morning, ladies.
Morning, Will. Morning. Fancy a cuppa?
Oh, you read me mind, Betty. I overslept. I haven't had a spaghetti or a bite to eat all morning.
You know there's only one blight on this holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Mavis has insisted on tagging along. I just hope she don't insist on playing putting and going to the zoo.
Yeah. Well, like I always say, takes all sorts to make a world. Do you fancy a little bit of cheese on toast?
Oh, Betty, you're an angel.
Yeah. Well, you found the bread in the fridge, but I don't know where you're going to find the cheese. While you're at it, would you make some for our Lord and Master here?
Don't get out wrong side of her. She's going to be your boss for a week.
Oh, heck. Oh, by the way, where's this cheese?
Don't bother me, just follow your nose.
I booked the very hotel we wanted right on the front. They're getting to know me and that travel agent.
I should think so and all. You're one of the best customers. I mean, to my certain knowledge, you booked camping holiday with Victor, 1, or was it 2 honeymoons with Derek, and now a week in breezy Blackpool with 2 swinging chicks. I bet they can't fathom you out. A real liberated jet setter.
But are you sure Michelle likes them?
You've seen a bedroom wall, haven't you?
I know.
Full of posters. She was mad on Crash Barrier, even at school.
Do you reckon there'll be any tickets left?
Could be, if you go now.
I'll give it a try. Ta.
How's my ladder doing, eh? Keeping a vigilant eye on him, I hope.
I think Mr. Stark has learned his lesson, Mike.
Yeah, till the next time. But I tell you, coming within a gnat's whisker of losing £4,000 put years on me, you know. Talk about the Wall Street crash.
I can't help thinking about that poor fella that plunged into the cut. You never know when it's your turn, do you?
Good job too, darling. This cost him his life, you know. Cost me a bit of business as well, that.
Mike.
What?
Shall we sit here? I'll have my usual, George.
No, you won't. I'll surprise you.
Ooh. Yes, love.
Pint of mild, please, Betty, and a screwdriver.
That's vodka, an orange.
I know what a screwdriver is. You can make anything up here. You know, that you get in your swanky London clubs.
Sorry, I was boat.
Yeah, it could be a no.
That's your refill, Miss Bulby.
Thanks, George, mate. Drive it.
Now, Curly, I'm warning you, leave the negotiating to me. You've got to know just how to handle these Cockney fly guys, OK?
My mouth is sealed, oh wise one.
Right.
Terence, my son, what's the verdict? Do we have a deal or do we have a deal?
Maybe, but Mr. Baldwin, your mate had told us about that knocking
I know. The exhaust is blowing, the engine's knocking, the roof's leaking. I've heard this on every vehicle I've ever sold.
A respray.
I'll grant you, doesn't need a respray. That's why I'm not asking for £1,000. Now look, Terry, you look bright lad.
Half an O-level grade Q.
Curly.
How would you like to save yourself £100?
Now you're talking.
Right, well, next week that's going in Kim Barlow's rag for £900. So you dig into your piggy bank for 800 and your quid's in, ain't you?
Done for 800 quid. Right. My partner here, Mr. Duckworth Jr., will deal with the paperwork.
Hang on. OK, I'll agree to 800 quid. But how does a 10% discount for cash grab you? That way it doesn't have to go through the books, does it?
Terence, my son, the way I'm feeling at this moment, I charge an extra 10% for cash.
What a screwdriver.
Give it a try. Go on. Do as you're told.
Hey, that's a bitter, all right. I could get hooked on them. You'll have me squiffy before I get to our Braggins tonight, won't you? Hey, what's Moneybags up to?
Seems he's unloaded our van onto Vera's lad and that Binman mate of his.
Has he now? Oh, yeah. You two scallywags, is it right that you've gone into removal business? Because if you have, I've got your first job.
Watson Ducky get your service.
Right, there's a wardrobe wants shifting from my house up to our Brian's new place at Hamilton Road.
That's about 5 miles. That'll be a tenner.
Get away, I can leg it in 10 minutes.
£5, Mrs. Tilsley. Will 6 p.m. be convenient?
Steady on, big mouth. We're in this for a flaming profit.
6 p.m. will do fine. It's nice doing business with you, Mr. Watts.
Pleasure, Mrs. T. A pleasure.
Curly, I thought you were the sleeping partner in this setup.
I was, but I'm just woken up.
Stop with you. Take a joke.
Hey, gorgeous. I think I'm going to enjoy living here, you know.
Yeah, me and all. My own kitchen, my own pots and pans.
Aye. No, Mum's not going to come barging in a minute with big God Vera.
Yeah. Don't forget Ivy and George are coming for tea tonight. Our first guest.
No, last with a bit of luck.
Brian, don't be so miserable. We're going to have lots of folk dropping in and the odd party. You're getting old before your time, Tilsley.
What? A jet setter like me? Right. I think I'll spend the last half hour at the Rovers.
Oh, yeah? And what about these?
Love, you ought to get yourself tin stuff. It'll save yourself a lot of mess.
This is going to be a proper meal, so get spud bashing.
Heidi, hi. Hody ho. Well, thanks to Mavis, next stop Blackpool. Hey, kid. I know this makes me sound a right rotter. I'm rather hoping your mates would drop out and leave me and thee to kick out traces.
Now listen, let's get one thing straight. I'm going to make sure Mavis enjoys this holiday, because that girl's had a rough time, what with one thing and another this last year.
I suppose you're right. I am horrible, aren't I?
Very.
Look.
Oh, yeah. You, got me message then, did you? There's G&T there. Or you can have something else if you want.
No, this is too nicely, thanks. And yes, I did get your message, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I?
No. It's about last night, remember?
I remember.
I didn't mean to upset you. Honest. It's just that I think so much about you.
It's a funny way of showing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Honest, I am. It's just that I thought, well, if I didn't show any interest in you, you'd go off me. I am sorry, honest. I lay awake all last night thinking about it. Did you?
No, I didn't, Kevin. Now stop apologising and let's change the subject, please.
Yeah. Got a surprise for you. Went to Manchester this afternoon, queued up over an hour for him.
Crash barrier! They're my favourite, how did you know?
Let's say a little bird told me, or a big bird, Andrea. So you'll come with me then, it'll be great.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to a golf club dance in Prestwich tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get out of it, can't you? I mean, it'd be more fun with me.
I could get out of it.
Oh, great.
But I'm sorry, Kevin. I don't want to.
Hurry up, will you? I'm only used to humping rubbish. Well, what do you think this is then? It's not exactly an antique, is it?
Oi! I heard that, and think on I know every mark on that wardrobe, so be warned.
Come on.
The first principles of lifting out is to bend at the knees. Sheer common sense.
Oh, belt up, Percy, else I'll stick you in this and bury you at sea.
You will let her glide.
Right, I think it's float, just. Hey, we're going to make a packet of this, like. You stick with your Uncle Terry, mate.
Hi.
Hello, gorgeous. I've got a wardrobe in the back. All I need now is a bed, and we've got our own little...
Terry! Oh, it's OK, Mrs. Tilthy. I take the notice. He's all talk.
Now, you know different than that, Miss Clayton.
Hey, you two comedians, I'll tell you something for
Oh, Danger Mouse has struck again.
This here road tax is due for renewal in about half an hour, so get it seen to. And no sticking the Guinness label on your windscreen either, because I'll be keeping an eye on it.
Flaming heck, he's only right. It's due at the end of the month.
Bowen, a little company con merchant.
Stick with your Uncle Terry, Curly. He'll make a packing at this.
Oh,
It's funny how you never mentioned this golf club, do you, before? Suppose Malcolm will be there, will he, eh? And his dicky bow and his shiny shoes.
Well, he's a member.
Why does he have to stick his big nose in everywhere? Why can't he take it in? Oh, I suppose I'd show you up if I go, though, wouldn't I? Because I can't do the foxtrot. Talk about birdies and bunkers and state of the economy and all that stuff.
Don't be silly. But I'll tell you one home truth, Kevin Webster. You've got a massive inferiority complex, and you shouldn't have. Certainly not where Malcolm's concerned.
Well, pack the golf club do and come with me. Please, Michelle. How about tomorrow? I'll get the van.
Very nice person to know, Kevin. Very nice. But I must dash. I've got to get ready. I'm sorry about the tickets. Perhaps you can take someone else.
I don't want to take nobody else. When will I see you again?
Give me a call.
Tomorrow.
Make it next week sometime. Bye.
We did say cash and delivery, didn't we?
Oh, aye. Right. Which one of you two is the money man?
I am, of course.
But I paid for the petrol.
You'll just have to try and claim that back off expenses, won't you? Oh, come on, Teddy, that's not very...
Oh, you two are still here?
Well, we thought we might get an invite to tea, didn't we? Oh, well. Suppose I'll have to suffer my mum's burnt offerings. Ta-da. Ta-da.
See you lads.
Bye. Thanks a lot.
Make yourselves at home. How's your beard, George?
Oh, I could murder one. Very nice. You did a good note sitting here.
Oh, thank you very much, George Wardle. You said the nicest things.
Take no notice, George. Oh, hey, Ivy, I like your blouse. Very smart. Is it new?
Oh, thanks, love. It was a present from George, wasn't it, love?
Well, I've got to splash my brass around somewhere, you know. So I might as well spend it on, what's her name?
Oh, don't he show me up?
Oh, I nearly forgot.
Oh, thanks, you shouldn't have bothered.
Yes, you should. It's good stuff, is that? £2 from Alf Roberts.
Hey, that grub smells good, love. Now, you've not put yourself to too much trouble, have you?
Hey, do you mind, Mother? I've done my fair whack with this mill, isn't that right, love?
You are? You cook? Pull the one.
Well, he peeled the potatoes and a couple of carrots.
Oh, well, I'll be blowed. That's more than I got him to do in 20 years. No, I tell a lie. He wants opened a can of peas.
It's a new system we've got, George. Tomorrow, Gail's mowing the lawn. Isn't that right, dear?
Tomorrow I'm staying in bed, dear.
Oh, you can't win Brian, so why try? Hey, talking of booze, did I hear a can of ale mentioned?
Coming up. A glass of Mother's room for you, Mum?
I won't say no, love. Well, I tell you, it's a smashing little house and it's a lovely little garden. I reckon these two have finally cracked it.
Ah, it's no more than they deserve.
Phew, I don't know, these Aussie teams. Moorule Bark, Azuri, Dandy Nong. Oh, I'll be glad when we get back to Chelsea and Arsenal thingy and Sheffield what's it.
It's only me.
Oh, hello, love.
Hello.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty, you got a visitor.
Hiya. I thought we might be going out tonight, or are you courting, you know, seeing Michelle?
No, he's giving her a miss tonight.
Oh, stopping in, girl.
Oh, no, you're not. Not having you cluttering up the place. You get off out with Curly. It's not right stopping in on a Saturday night.
I'm nearly broke.
Aye, same here. I've just bought Arthur Baldwin's van.
Well, it's up a right load of trouble there, mate.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you then.
Oh, here, I copped a bingo last night. Only a measly line, but, well, I can treat you both to a couple of pints.
No thanks, Mrs. O.
No, you must treat yourself with your winnings, Mrs. Ogden. But think on, if you want anything shifted.
Yes, I do. Him.
Oh, come on, Kev. We'll try the Legion. I think there's a folk group on tonight.
Hey, what about that group, Kevin? The, Crash Barrier?
Oh, yeah, great, fantastic, but no chance. I think it's a sellout.
Don't worry, Curl. I'll get us in. I've got influence down there.
Honest? Oh, great. Anyway, we can go in style. I've got the multicoloured psychedelic van tonight.
Lead on, McDuff.
Hey, there'll be sausage butties for you when you get back. Yes, you and all, Curly.
Oh, great. I only get cocoa and digestives at Mrs. Bishop's. Right, I'll get the van.
Ta-ra, love. Enjoy yourselves. I wish I had one at flipping bingo.
I wonder if there run excursions from Blackpool to Morecambe and the Lake District.
Hey, Riley, less of this globe trotting. I've settled for good grub. Bit of nice weather. Might trek to the beach, see if there's any lifeguards I fancy. I hope this hotel's got a few hot-blooded males on the loose. I'd settle for the Aussie cricket team. They're over here, they're very dishy.
Rita tells me that you're very keen on playing putting and visiting zoos.
Eh?
Well, I mean, I know those sorts of activities aren't really Rita's cup of tea, so I thought perhaps we could go together, but I must tell you that I'm not very expert at putting.
No, me neither, Maeve. And as for zoos, well, working behind that bar all day beats a trip to any flipping zoo. Now, come on, girls. My mate Stella Rigby has told me about a nice little dive where they have male strippers. You know, muscle men getting them all off. That beats putting any day of the week. Yeah, well, you go, Noddlebet. I'll take Mavis for a donkey ride. Because hairy chests and bare belly buttons aren't Mavis's scene, are they, love?
Oh, I don't know. I think I've reached the stage in life. Well, I could try anything. Well, almost anything.
You never fail to amaze me. You'll be telling me next you wouldn't mind going to Waxworks and being frightened to death in Chamber of Horrors.
Oh, no, that place gives me the creeps.
Well, come to think of it, perhaps you should visit Chamber of Horrors. You might see Derek in there.
Oh, Rita, if you're going to come out with childish remarks like that all this holiday, I should be sorry I ever let myself be persuaded to come with you.
God forgive me, I can't help it. This is going to be some holiday, Reet. Cheers. Cheers.
More trifle, George?
Hey, hold on. He's had 2 helpings already, greedy gods.
Well, he's growing lad, aren't you?
Thanks all the same, girl. I tell you what, Ryan. Your missus is a smashing cook.
Why do you think I married her?
Do you know, I think I've supped a bit too much, me. I feel happy all over, you know. Mind it's nice, though.
Well, it's good to see you enjoying yourself, Mum.
I am an all right. I mean, come on, you only live once, so why not undo your courses once in a blue moon and enjoy yourself?
Mum?
You're miserable, Brian, you know that. I don't know why you married him, girl, because it can be a right misery goes at times. George, do you know, I think that screwdriver's gone right to my head, love.
You what?
Well, you'll not be needing any more of this, then.
Hey, now then, George, you know me where plunk's concerned. I can either take it or leave it, so I think I'll have another little dropper.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Are you going to behave yourself in the Isle of Man?
Isle of Man? Who's going there?
Oh, me and George. I knew there was something I had to tell you, love. We're going to have a whole week, aren't we, in,
Douglas.
Douglas, yeah. Near that, Villa Marina. You know, near that dance hall on the front, Brian.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, I just did, love.
Tell you what, love. Why don't we side these plates and do the washing up for the kids, okay?
Into your little love.
Come on, let's be having you.
Right. Ooh. Do you know, I feel as if I'm on that boat already, me. You know what, we'll have to be singing,
oh.
As anybody sing.
K-E-double-L-Y. I've not sung like that for a long time.
Neither. I'll tell you what though, Brian. What with George buying us swanky new blouses and now I'm going on holiday together, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's not long before you'll marry Mrs. Ivy Ward.
Never.
No.
Wanna bet?
Shelley from the Isle of Man.
That you, Captain? Oh. How far did you get this morning, then?
Just round the Red Wreck a couple of times.
Oh. I didn't know you was an athletic.
No, it's just a shame to waste these nice mornings.
Oh, yeah. And it's definitely better than sitting around the house moping.
I've not been moping.
Oh, all right. I hold my hands up. You've got over Michelle. Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Well, I must say, you can't have thought all that much about her if you can forget her in just a week.
It was her who chucked me.
How do you know she has?
Because she's not been round, has she?
Oh, she pride what's hurt, is it?
Can take it in, Mrs. Ogden.
But I thought in this day and age it was all more free and easy like. You know, you didn't live in each other's pockets all the time. You didn't go courting every night of the week and twice on Sundays like we used to.
No.
Well then, a week's nothing, is it?
It's down to her.
Supposing she's waiting for you to get in touch with her?
She'll have to wait.
Oh, you're prepared to lose her, are you? All 'cause of silly pride. Oh, it can be a stiff, cold thing, can pride, Kevin. Right, it won't be long.
I still say they suit you.
Well, I don't feel comfortable in them.
Perfect for holiday.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
What's wrong with a nice, cool tube top and a flared skirt? Not exactly a bikini, you know.
Well, I know, but the tops of my arms will be uncovered, won't they? And they're very susceptible to sunburn, the tops of my arms.
Well, you could put suntan cream on them. In fact, if you were lucky, you might get a fella to put it on for you.
I'm not letting any man put suntan cream on me, thank you.
Supposed to be sexy.
Well, I can't think why. Big rough hands on your skin. It'd be like being rubbed down with emery paper.
Give over, Mary.
No, I think I'll settle for a nice print frock.
Well, I'm certainly not creeping round Blackpool in a nice print frock. I want to cut a bit of a dash. And you know Bet, I mean, she'll be done up like something out of a carnival.
I know she will. But I'm not a pub landlady, Rita. No intention of dressing like Bet Lynch.
What do you think, Betty? Isn't it stunning?
Well, it's definitely you. I mean, I'd say that for it.
Meaning?
Why, heck? Are you supposed to wear that, or is it a bit of bunting?
She reckons it's stunning.
It says it'd stun an elephant.
Nothing you can say about this frock will alter my opinion of it. I look fab in it, and Blackpool is going to be a gape.
Or a ghast.
Mind they don't mistake you for one of the illuminations.
Thank you, ladies. I'm sure you must have some work to do.
I need some toilet rolls.
We're out. Nip to the corner shop for some. Take a quid out the till.
By heck, that just about sums it up, doesn't it? I spend my life buying toilet rolls. You go swanning round Blackpool looking like a knickerbocker glory. We can't have dipped into the same brand tub. We just can't.
Well, have you got any more pithy comments, Betty?
Yes, I have. I'm not standing in here while you're away enjoying yourself for nothing.
You will not be doing it for nothing. You will have the honour of being my trusted deputy.
What an honour. I want compensation in cash.
Are you trying to spoil my holiday before it's even started?
Look, I expect you to make me an offer, and not a derisory one.
I don't even know what derisory means.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the last day of my notice.
I thought you had another week to do.
I leave tomorrow, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, well, couldn't you work just one more week, eh? Give me a chance to find a replacement.
You've had ample time to do that, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, I forgot, didn't I? All the things I've got to think about. You haven't got another job to go to, have you?
No.
Well, that's it. No problem. You can work another week.
Sorry, Mr. Baldwin. I've given you ample notice.
I'll make it worth your while. But don't you think you're being a bit vindictive, Emily, eh? I mean, I could understand it if I docked your wages or something, but this is all about a difference of opinion.
About something fairly fundamental, Mr. Baldwin.
All right, so I sailed a bit close to the wind and asked you to keep stum about it, nothing else. Isn't a boss entitled to a little bit of, well, loyalty from his employee?
Rather not risk having to be loyal in that way again, Mr. Baldwin. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Hey, Emily. Some lasses are going on holiday and they'd like the bonus as soon as possible, Chuck. Oh, yeah, like me, for instance.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you'll have to see Mr. Baldwin about the bonuses this time. Sorry.
Hey, what does she mean, see, Baldwin? She usually does bonuses.
Hey, you don't think he's up to some jiggery pokery, do you? Like stopping them, for instance.
Don't talk daft, he wouldn't dare. We've earned her.
Hey, you and George would have to sleep on prom in Isle of Man if you didn't get your bonuses, wouldn't you?
Yeah, instead of a big, comfy double bed.
Ah, heck, it's giving you lot something to talk about, hasn't it? Me going on holiday with George.
Hey, it might give us lots to talk about after you come back.
Yeah, would you like me to tell you the facts of life, either?
No, back's me. No, living with Jack, I'm an expert.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, Vera, I always thought you took your knitting to bed with you these days.
Well, I have to have something else to do besides, don't I?
Hey, I hope Baldwin ain't up to one of his tricks.
Writing a lot of love letters, are we?
I don't know, Debbie'd get a shock if I did.
Don't you write a little billet doux to your girlfriend?
I've not got a girlfriend.
Oh. Well, every woman's instinct I have is screaming to ask, what went wrong between you and,
Michelle.
Michelle? Oh, you think I'm prying?
It's run its course, hasn't it, Kev? Like most relationships between the sexes, it was very fleeting, like the life of a mayfly.
Who's asking you?
I'm just replying on behalf of my friend here, who, being a gentleman, does not discuss affairs of the heart. Am I right?
If you say so.
Spoil sport.
In fact, I'm just taking him down to the pub to help him forget any lingering residue of heartache in the arms of a pint, aren't I?
Yeah, I was going anyway. Ta-ra, Mrs. Fairclough.
See you later. Tra. Hey, didn't you come in for something?
Yeah, but I've forgotten what it was. Probably something I could do without, like things most people buy. All the human body really needs is food, shelter and warmth. The rest are mere baubles. Oh, hello.
I think I've just been called up. Oh, where have you been? I won't be long, she says. Only been gone nearly 2 hours.
I won't have any lunch hour then.
No, you won't. What have you got this time?
Oh, just a blouse and a plain skirt.
I thought you were going for a print frock.
I was. I did, but then I took it back again.
Let's have a look.
Well, there's nothing to see. It's just very ordinary, very plain.
Well, so long as you're happy at last.
I'm not sure, really. I mean, I did suit the print frock.
Then why did you take it back?
I don't know. Yes, I do. It's you and Bet. You manage to look smart in almost anything. Well, in your own way, that is.
Thanks very much.
Well, nothing looks right on me. Clothes just seem to lose interest the minute they get on me. They just look disappointed. Oh, I wish I were dead.
Oh, dear.
There you are, Mr. Baldwin. One scotch.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say that I know I'm lucky. Bet's give me another chance and I won't let her down.
Nothing to do with me.
Well, I'd just like you to know that.
You know, there's something bothering Baldwin. I mean, he's just had a few words of Wilf there. And look at him now. He ain't got a smile for cat.
Well, he'll be upset because he's only worth $500,000 instead of $1 million.
Listen, there's no danger of us not getting them bonuses either.
Gee, I wish we had a boss we could trust. No, it must be grand, that.
But they don't exist. Capital and labour in a state of perpetual war.
Oh, heck, she's been reading the paper again.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, here he is. Irish shipboard romance.
We're flying to the Isle of Man, Vera.
Oh, can't wait to get there, eh?
Oh, shut up, Vera. Listen, you're becoming very boring on this subject, you are.
I can take it, love. She's just jealous because it's not her that's going. She's been bumping into me in the factory and giving her smouldering looks.
Oh, you've let out my guilty secret, you. Hey, I fancy you, George.
Oh,
you know.
Now, it won't be easy to forget her, Kev. We'll have to work at it. Like tonight, for instance, we'll have ourselves a 24-carat bachelor night out. How does that grab you? I mean, we'll have a few pints, a few laughs, a few games of snooker, and a mind-blowing curry.
Sounds great.
Oh, well, it won't be easy to forget her, Kev. I mean, I remember when my big first romance finished with Roberta Owen. We were in the sixth form together studying economics. That night when she chucked me, I walked all the way home trailing my knuckles against the wall. And when I got home, they're all cut and bleeding. But I didn't feel any pain because the pain inside me was much greater.
I won't forget her if you don't belt up, will I? I've finished with Michelle, all right? Finished with her, so let's drop it, please.
That's the spirit.
All right, I'm coming. Oh, Michelle.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden. Is Kevin in? Well, Brian at the garage said he'd gone home for his lunch.
Well, he's not in at the moment, but I'm expecting him. Do you want to come in and wait?
Yes, please.
Don't suppose he's expecting you?
No, I don't think so.
Go on in, love.
Quick, give us a lager before I fade away.
It's warm today, isn't it?
It's not the heat, it's Mavis.
She's never gone and got herself inoculated for this holiday, has she? I've been half expecting it.
Oh, it's her outfit. She'll put one on, parade around shopping it like a model. Next news, it's back in shop. Driving me bonkers.
I got a cute little number this morning.
Oh, what's it like?
I'll show you in a minute. Have you got any dark glasses you can borrow?
Yeah.
Cheerio, Mr. Bond.
Ida, I want to see you as soon as we get back.
All right, Mr. Bond.
I told you there was something to wind.
Well, it'd better be them flipping bonuses.
I can't think where he's got to. He usually pops in dinner time, especially today to pick up his mechanical magazine, because it comes today.
I'll give him another 5 minutes.
You couldn't give me a message for him? In strictest confidence, of course.
There isn't really a message.
Oh. Hey, I don't know, you young people. Falling out when you should be enjoying yourselves. Because it doesn't last long being young, you know, love. One blink and it's gone. Then it's a case of just hanging on to your aches and pains.
Does Kevin think we've fallen out?
Well, yeah. Oh, I think that's him now.
Hey,
Hello.
fancy seeing you.
Well, there's something I want from the corner shop. So I'll see you later, Kevin. Very nice seeing you again, Michelle.
Same here, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, what do you want?
I'm here to see you. Why else would I be here?
I don't know, do I?
I believe you think I've fallen out with you.
Oh, what am I supposed to think? I've not seen you since you've been to that dance
I didn't go with anybody except my parents.
Well, you definitely didn't go with me. You've not been round, you've not rung or anything.
Neither have you.
So, I didn't go to a dance on my own.
I haven't fallen out with you.
Oh, thanks. Don't tell me why you've not been in touch.
I'm sorry.
Neither does that.
What else can I say? Oh, don't be stupid, Kevin.
I'm not being stupid.
So, is that it then? Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
I'm here now, aren't I? I don't want to fall out. Honestly.
Neither do I.
Well, you are being stupid if you do then, aren't you?
Suppose so.
So when are you going to take me out then?
Tonight?
I should hope so.
You said you wanted to see me, Mr. Baldy.
I do, Ida. I do.
Oh, what about?
Got a bit of bad news for you.
Oh,
Emily's leaving.
leaving?
Handed her notice in.
Well, what's that got to do with me? I mean, with us.
Well, she's left me in the lurch, hasn't she? And you lot, I'm very sorry to say.
I don't follow you.
The bonuses, Ida. They're due next week, aren't they? Who's going to do them?
Well, when's she going?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You mean she's not going to work any notice?
She's already done it. I mean, I never expected her to go. I mean, I never took her seriously. It's my fault, I admit it, it's my fault.
Well, why is she going?
Well, it's a little difference of opinion. Very minor, but, well, then you know, Emily, she's a lady of principles.
Well, I'm warning you, Mr. Baldwin, if them bonuses aren't paid on time, there'll be trouble. These lasses are going on holiday. Ivy, for instance.
I know.
Haven't you got anybody to take her place?
I've been trying, desperately, but there's no chance, is there? I mean, it'll take a fortnight. I mean, there's advertising, interviews.
Well, can't you do bonuses yourself?
Looks like I'll have to. But if you knew what I've got on my plate, I mean, I don't mind burning the midnight oil, but I can't promise you that those bonuses will be out next week. But I'll try.
Well, I'm warning you. There'll be trouble if you don't. Well, what did he want?
Emily's leaving.
Oh, she's not in club, is she?
Oh.
What's he telling you for?
Because if she leaves, bonuses will be late.
Oh, how late?
Well, they might not be ready for next week.
He can't do that. I need that brass.
Well, don't blame him. It's not him that's let us down for once. It's Emily Twinsett. I mean, even he can't be expected to do everything.
Aren't you working today?
I was in this morning and I've got to go in for an hour or so this afternoon.
Must be grand being virtually your own boss.
Yes.
You're all right, Emily, only you've looked worried about something lately.
I'm fine.
Oh, I just thought perhaps you were disappointed at not coming on holiday with Rita and me.
I am disappointed.
I don't know whether I've made the right decision. I'm going to Blackpool with Rita and Bet.
I was a little surprised. I don't mind telling you.
Are they my sort of companions? I keep asking myself. I mean, Rita's all right.
But there's Bet.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find she's all right and you'll have a wonderful time.
I keep seeing myself walking into that hotel dining room behind those earrings of hers. I mean, it'll be like walking behind a one-man band. I'll die of embarrassment.
Get yourself a pair of cheerful earrings. Join in the spirit of the thing.
Don't you start. I can't even decide what to wear. I mean, if I get something that I feel comfortable in, I'm going to look like a maiden aunt beside Rita and Bet. And if I get something glamorous, I shall just look ridiculous.
Oh,
Hello, Emily.
Rita.
Come to plead to come to Blackpool with us, have you?
No.
Good, because I'll have enough competition with her, won't I, love?
Moustache. Bye.
Ta-da, love.
Bye-bye.
Hey, she hasn't been asking to come with us, has she?
No, she hasn't. But I don't know why you should be so concerned. She'd be a very good companion for me.
Hey, you want to see the dress Bet Lynch has got herself? Talk about a knockout. I shall have to get myself a slinky little number to cope with it, I can tell you. Because I'm not going round Blackpool in Bet Lynch's shadow. Come to think of it, though, there isn't much of a frock to cast a shadow. Still, there's always her earrings, isn't there? God knows what she'll bring. Chandeliers, I shouldn't wonder. Have I said summat?
Are you trying to undermine my confidence about this holiday before we even go? Are you? Because you're succeeding.
Oh, I think I'll change my mind and go to Knot End on my own.
Night, love. Oh, where she is. Her that don't give a fig about her workmates.
Pardon, Vera?
You heard. Vera. Well, she must know she's left us in a pickle.
What am I supposed to have done?
Oh, don't come the innocence.
I don't know, really.
Well, you're leaving, aren't you?
Yes, tomorrow.
It's as bonuses. We won't get them now, will we?
Look, Emily, we're not saying it's your fault. I mean, if you're going, you're going.
Well, you might have thought about us.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Could you sign the annual return, please?
Hey?
Where
Oh.
to put the cross?
Yeah.
I think you'll find I've left everything up to date now.
Good. You are coming in tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes, just to see if there's anything in the post I should deal with.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Night.
Good night, Emily.
Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah?
I'll stay another week to do the bonuses.
Well, that's great.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for the girls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Hello. It's only me, your friendly neighbourhood brain surgeon. Can I come in?
Yeah, in.
Ah, resting the old molecules, are you?
No, and having 40 winks.
Ah, it's very good for that, Mrs. Ogden. Look how much time animals spend asleep, and not many of them die from stress-related diseases.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's probably catnapping what's kept me going. I should be worn out by rides like the Rover's front step.
I'm here to collect Kevin. We're having a bachelor night out. Though between me and you, it's an operation to exorcise the ghost of the fair Michelle.
Oh, but I...
Hello, D'Artagnan. Ready to fight for Burgundy, are we? All for one and one for all.
I forgot all about you, mate.
Hey? What do you mean you've forgotten all about me?
I should have remembered to tell you. I'm going
He's
out.
taking Aunt Michelle out.
What? I don't believe it. After the way she's treated you. It's pathetic. You're not a man, you're a worm. No wonder women are taking over the world. It's down to blokes like you. And besides all that, you've been very, very disloyal to a mate. Well, OK, we'll see if Michelle can take the tiller when the politicians finally go balmy and we all have to take to the boats. See ya.
I think he was a bit upset.
I should have remembered to tell him.
Well, look at it this way. He'd have stood you up for a girl. Like 999 lads out of 1,000 would. It's the coffee cream compared to the hard centre, Chuck.
You're right, Mrs. Ogden.
But it's no good just losing a few pounds, Ken. Your aim should be to look like Brian here eventually.
Hang on, I don't want him to look like Brian.
And what's wrong with Brian?
Well, nothing. You're just not my type, that's all.
Oh, I think he's lovely.
No, what I mean is you should have a body like Brian's, all bone and sinew and muscle.
But how do you know I haven't got one now under these clothes?
Has he, Deirdre? No.
I've got till tomorrow, remember.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Ken. I'll meet you tomorrow at the Red Wreck. We'll do a bit of circuit training. That should get her a pound or two.
Do you pay out on corpses, Beth?
Not as much.
Sorry, he's not doing it.
Yeah, she's right. I'm not a masochist.
You're a coward. Right, I'm off. I'll see you.
Right.
Ta-ra.
Hello, Rita.
Hello. You having a drink?
That's very civil of you. I'll have a vodka and tonic, please.
It's on its way, kid.
Thanks.
Bring another warm one.
Yeah, sticky.
Hey, I should be doing what Ken's doing now. Lose a few pounds.
Oh, you're not fat, Alf. You're just one of them men that's well built.
Oh, thank you very much. Is it this week you're going to Blackpool?
God and Mavis willing.
Oh, she's not still wittering, is she?
No, she's not speaking at all now.
Oh, what's up with Mavis?
I don't think she thinks she can keep up the pace when we hit town, eh, kid?
Hey, what pace? You'll be sitting in deck chairs, won't you, with a stick of candy floss in your hand?
Watch it, Alfred.
My sentiments too.
If my bum sees a deck chair, I shall consider the week to have been a complete failure.
We've no objection to bar stools.
Now you're talking. What are we going to do with Mavis?
You couldn't carry her off to Casbar, could you, Alf?
I'm stock taking.
Go on, you rotter. I'll tell you what we could do. Put her on a tram and tell that driver to keep taking her up and down the prom from South Shore to Fleetwood.
Or stick her in a single room and locked door.
Yeah, just take her meals up.
Like that woman in Rebecca.
Or that madam in Jane Eyre.
I'm sorry to spoil your fun, but seeing that you haven't seen fit to mention it to me, I think I'd better. I mean, if I'm going to look after this place next week while you're away, I'm going to want time and a half. And everything that I make on food, I keep. Just what I tell you.
This holiday had better be worth it.
You'd be better off stopping at home.
Shut up, Alf.
Do you know about her feeling all day? We've been laughing to cry.
Rita?
You know, I think I better go with you anyway. Just to keep the peace. I'm not kidding, Mrs. Ogden. When I thought it was all off between me and Michelle, I felt like a spaceman cutting its cord and floating off to the outer space.
Ah, well, you've booked up now, I'm glad to say.
Yeah, well, I've got her back now. Life's worth living again. All through some misunderstanding. Because I thought she wouldn't drop this golf club do and come to the Rock do with me. I thought she was dumping me.
Oh, no. No, I knew she'd never do that. Not a good-hearted Christian girl.
Yeah, but you can't see sense, can you, when you're feeling dejected?
Well, never mind. You've overcome your difficulties and back together again. Very nice, Chuck.
So, Mrs. Hull.
But in the future, I wouldn't worry so much about rock do's and golf do's. I'd do more of your courting here, where you can, you know, see how you get on together without a lot of fuss and expense.
We can be a bit of company for you, eh?
Well, I won't deny you do liven the place up for me.
Don't worry, we won't neglect you.
Oh, in that case, what about a little celebration tea tonight, then, eh? Just the two of you and me.
Tonight?
Steak and onions. Got a nice bit of rumpin special.
Arrange to go to the pictures.
Well, you'll be wanting your tea before you go, won't you?
Well, I'll be popping home for something quick. But I've arranged to meet Michelle outside the Roxy. We're going in the early show so we can go for a few drinks after.
Oh. Oh, yes, well, it doesn't matter.
Arrangements, you see.
Yes. Well, it'll go nice in a casserole for tomorrow.
Ta-ra.
I'm not kidding, Wilf. If I hear one more word about this damned holiday in Blackpool, oh, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, I know, Betty. I'm fed up with it and all.
Oh, it's been enough to put me off holidays for life.
I wouldn't mind, but she's neglecting her duties with it. And where is she?
Oh.
I don't know what she wants. I'm down that cellar this morning and I'm busking it. Why am Betty?
You're not going to get a lot thrown in your hat down there, are you?
No, busking it, improvising.
Yes, I know, lovey. Look, perhaps we should complain to the brewery.
No, I wouldn't do to cross her. No, temper like hers.
Oh.
She'd have us out on his ears.
She'll not have me out on me here. I'm deputising for her next week.
Oh, well, me then. I don't think...
I'm telling you, I shall pop well.
Summer holiday. Morning, campers. Sorry to desert you, but I suddenly remembered a few essential commodities. Holiday fun for the use of. Paracetamol in bulk for the atomic hangover. French perfume for the luring and trapping of our trousered friends. Sexy shades to keep out the burning sun. And yet, another little blousey poo. What do you think, Betty?
It's indecent. I mean, you'd have been better to have tacked a couple of tickets on your bra.
Why didn't I think of that? I could have saved myself £4.50.
Look, never mind about all these essential commodities. How about the things you're really going to need, like, well, insect repellent and calamine lotion and corn plasters.
Oh, in a killjoy mood again, are we, Betty?
Oh, come on, Bet, love. You know how you played with your corns. I mean, if you're going to go creaking up and down the prom in your stilettos without your tights.
Oh, we definitely are, aren't we? Treading the sour grapes, making spike butties. If I am plagued with corns, I shall go for a little paddle. That is, if my calendar permits such mundane activities.
How do you mean?
She means if she comes back pale as a sheet, holiday will have gone according to plan. Don't you, Bet? Never got out of hotel bedroom, eh?
Oh, how utterly disgusting.
Yeah, well, I'll go test my pressures, eh?
Look, Bet, aren't you forgetting who you're going away with a bit? I mean, Rita and Mavis, they're not going to want a sordid time like that, love.
What? A dyed-in-the-wool raver like Rita?
Look, Rita is a respectable lady.
How do you think she coped with Fairclough then, eh, Betty? The animal in her soul.
All right, then, how about Mavis? I mean, she's got no animal in her soul. Maybe a little hint of mouse, perhaps?
Listen, Betty, we are going to shake a rattle, and Mavis or no Mavis, we're going to roll and all.
Something else you've forgotten, then. Seasick pills.
No, it's not me packing I'm worried about. That was yesterday. Got me packing all sorted out. I'm packed, in fact.
Glory, hallelujah. So what are you worried about today, then?
Well, it's plans, really. I mean, don't you think that we ought to have some contingency plans?
Why don't we just wait till we get there, Mavis, and see what happens?
Oh, that's all very well for you and Bet. You're take it as you find it types, but I'm not. I mean, I can easily be thrown off course. I've just suddenly to feel that things are going terribly wrong, and then I get into an awful state.
Well, don't get in a state just yet.
I know, but that's why I need some plans, you see, to give myself a sense of security. I mean, I know if everything turns out perfect, well, there'll be nothing to trouble us. I mean, we can just sit in a shelter and we can chat and soak up the sun and it'll all be lovely. But what if it's overcast, Rita, very blustery?
Mavis, you are looking forward to this holiday, aren't you?
Yes, very much indeed. I suppose I just want to assert my ideas.
Yeah, of course you do. Papers, is it, Emily?
Please.
Ta. So, you're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes.
How exciting for you.
Yes.
Hey, I tell you what, Mavis. You make a list of your contingency plans and we'll all have a look at them.
Oh, yes, I will. Oh, that'll make me feel a lot better.
Oh, I do envy you. If I don't have a change soon, I swear I'm going to go quite mad. Baldwinitis, is it? How did you know?
Oh, recognise the symptoms. We can spot them a mile off, can't we, maybe? And they do say there's no cure.
Well, it only comes to £8.50.
Oh, that's a poor dope. Mary Ibbotson got more than that. You know her with bad breath that's allus busted into song.
Hardly worth having a whip round, was it?
Yeah, but she's not one at lasses, is she? No, she's one at bosses. She proved that yesterday with bonuses.
Well, how much did Baldwin put in then?
No, he said he'd do something off his own bat.
Oh, he's probably tying a ribbon round a P45.
No, hang on a minute. He thinks a lot about Emily, does Mike?
Yeah, only 'cause she's his #1 ally, that's why, and taking us for a load of mugs.
Yeah, he'll just about run to that set of casserole dishes that I saw in Broadbent's last night. Will I do?
Well, that'll do for her, won't it?
Here, give us the cash. I'll pick it up on the way back from Middleton.
Oh,
Hey, it's a little belter, eh? Hey, listen, if you change your mind, you know, about going on holiday with George, just tell me, I'll take your place like a shot.
Drop dead, Vera.
Never mind drop dead. Listen, I've something to ask you. You know when you're booking this hotel with George, will he be signing Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like?
No, we will not, Vera. He'll be signing as George Wardle and me as Ivy Tilsley.
Then everybody'll know you are not wed, you brass and little hussy.
Give off, and we'll be booking in separate rooms, won't we?
Never, I don't believe it.
Yes, we will, and I don't want to hear any more about it, OK?
Listen, you might be booking in separate rooms, but you won't be sleeping in them. Not if you've been sensual, any road.
Betty, a bottle of lager and a dry white wine, please.
Coming up. Are you going away this year?
Well, if I'm ruled by my wallet, we might manage a day trip to Hebden Bridge.
But you're ruled by me, so we'll be having 10 days in the sun or else I'm going on strike.
What's the best holiday you've ever had then, Deirdre?
Oh, that winter in Corfu a couple of years back.
Yeah, my favourite too, by a long shot.
Oh, there.
Oh, my goodness. What is it, a tablecloth?
You want to know where everything comes from, right?
Well, no, not really. Actually, it's put your money where your mouth this time. I am here to certify that Ken has lost 9 pounds in weight, according to our bathroom scales.
Which at £1 per pound, over half a stone, renders you liable to the sum of £2 for the Save the Children fund.
Oh, you can have a fiver, seeing as it's in such a good cause.
Oh, pint of bitter, please, Beck.
This is the fella we ought to put on a sponsored slim.
What a blinking welcome.
Pound per pound, over half a stone, there must be 50 quid on it.
Give us a pint and shut up.
Hadn't had better. If Alf goes on a diet, my takings will plummet and no mistake.
Yeah, well, you're not a size 12 no more, neither. Oh, Ken, have you got out lined up for next week? You know, you're going on day trips, out like that.
Oh, no, I don't think we'll be getting away before September.
Great. Well, it's not great for you, like, but would you mind if Deirdre minded the shop one day next week, just for one day? Deirdre?
64, please, Fatty.
I'll flatten you in a minute. What do you think, then, eh?
Yeah, I'll sort something out with Tracy, Emily or something.
Yeah, fine by me.
Only I thought I'd have a day up at Blackpool, you know, with the terrible trio.
What?
Oh, why not? I never get out from behind that bacon slicer, do I? Do me the world of good. Anyway, I pal on with all three of you. I'll be the envy of the North Shore walking along the prom with you three on my arm.
I just must...
Nice one, Alf.
Nice one, what?
Nice joke.
What joke?
I think we've done her right proud, don't you?
And I even remembered to get a card, see?
Oh, that's
Hey,
nice.
give it to me.
Oh, don't tell me she's going to manage to write something on it.
I'm putting a smile cost now. Hey, Ida, you put good riddance to bad rubbish.
Oh.
Are we wise, though?
Well, we all are, Vera, but you're not.
No, I mean, are we wise giving her them now, you know, before she's ticked his wages and his bonuses up? I mean, she could beg her off, you know.
Hey, well, casserole there if she does.
She's coming. She's coming up the corridor now. Hey, she'll be coming through.
We're going as fast as we can.
Right. All together now.
For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. What are you doing? Oh, dear, wait a minute, please. All of us.
Shut up, girls.
What's all the racket going on?
And that includes you as well, Mr. Baldwin. Emily, these are just to say how nice it has been working with you. And,
Hypocrite.
we wish you well in whatever you turn your hand to as of Monday.
Well, that was what I was trying to say. I mean, as of Monday, I shall still be working here.
How do you mean?
You're not leaving after all? Wonderful.
You know very well I'm working an extra week.
And there was me thinking you finally decided to stay.
Do you mean she might not be leaving after all?
Hope not, Vera. Place would fall apart without Emily.
Oh, wouldn't we know that, honestly?
Well,
Emily. I mean, what do you think this is, a Scotch whisk? I mean, do you think we made her money?
Yeah, I mean, what the blinking heck's going on, eh?
Please, listen, honestly, Mr. Baldwin persuaded me to stay for an extra week so that I could attend to your bonus, his VAT, and give him time to find a replacement.
Oh, well, I think it's a con job. I think we're being con girls.
Luke, please, Mr. Baldwin knew that last night, and he could have told you if he'd wanted to. I don't know why he didn't. Oh, he's so infuriated.
She's mad.
Fancy not telling.
Well, what are we supposed to do with these now?
Chuck him at Baldwin, I reckon, because he's up to something fishy again.
mean, we're going to Blackpool, aren't we? That's why I was thinking of bird watching. If I wanted to go stargazing, we could have stayed here, couldn't we?
Yeah, but you don't feel the lure of the unknown, do you?
Well, yes, I do a bit, but I think I prefer bird watching. I mean, you can have a relationship with a bird, can't you?
Well, I can't seem to.
Oh, well, I do, you see.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, with Harriet. And I mean, stars, they're just so many little dots, aren't they?
Worlds, Maeve, worlds beyond worlds.
I think all that looking up, it'd make me feel dizzy.
So I take it you want to borrow me binoculars then?
Oh, well, yes, if the others like the idea, I would.
Only don't get them covered in bird feathers, will you?
Back together again, eh?
Yeah, does your heart good to look at them?
Seems great, innit?
Well, I didn't know big, strong fellas like you notice things like that.
Give over. I do work with him, you know.
You've been like a bear with a sore head, haven't you?
He's been sighing so loud I thought it were tires going down. Wonder how long it'll last this time.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, they've not got much in common, have they?
Yeah, shame, isn't it?
Well, who asked you?
Well, I don't need asking, it's free contract.
Hey, up, I think this is where I bail out. See you, Hilda.
Yeah, posh and proper. It's like trying to mix oil with water. It is, Hilda. Something to do with breeding. Oh, how they're doomed.
I think they're very well matched. They show each other a lot of respect. And me when they come visiting.
Yeah, but he's conditioned to look up and she's conditioned to look down and, well, it's sad really, but it'll recommend and you'll see. And visits will be the first thing to go. I know. I once had a posh boyfriend. And what with his drinks cabinet and his dining room suite and one of them low-down drinking fountains in the bathroom. Huh. Well, I never asked him round to our shabby dump after that.
Yes, well, my house isn't a shabby dump, is it? It's clean and comfortable. And it's quite all right for Kevin and his young lady, so you shut up.
Go on, then. When was the last round at your place, eh?
Well, there was a visit planned for this evening, as a matter of fact. But unfortunately, it had to be postponed because of a previous visit to the pictures.
Ha! What a lame excuse, then. If they wanted to come round, why did they come round after pictures, eh?
Well, I dare say they would if I'd suggested it.
A what, maybe?
It's a list of things to do in case the weather's dull. Rita said I should make a list, so I brought it round for your approval.
Yeah, well, it's best to be organised, eh?
Yes, thank you, Al.
Out into the trough of Bowland.
Oh, very nice.
Share trip watching pigs eat, is it? Do you not think I see enough of that in here?
Silly, it's not that kind of trough. It's a geographical phenomenon.
It's very beautiful. It's a nature reserve.
What do you think?
Bird watching? I'm just counting to 10, actually.
Well, you can stick my name for that one because I'm coming down to see you one day, you know.
Oh, Ralph, that would be lovely.
11.
I'm going downtown to get togged up this afternoon.
There you are. Now's your chance. Go and ask them. Go
Oh,
on.
well, Kevin, it was very rude of me not to think of it before, but why don't you come round for that steak and onions after the pictures?
Oh, well, Michelle?
Well, we don't know, do we?
Well, like you said, we want to go to the flicks and we want a few drinks after.
But it's very kind of you, but you know how it is. And we want to go to the pictures.
We don't want to keep it up.
Hey, some other time, eh?
Oh, well, some other time, yeah.
Some other time, my fault. Rot's setting already, Hilda.
Oh, you're wrong.
I'm not.
You are.
Wages have been paid. I'm working on the holiday bonuses. If you'd like to sign that for me.
Right. Look, I'm sorry about this morning, Emily.
So am I, Mr. Baldwin. Sorry and insulted. I've never been so confused in my life.
Don't take it like that.
How on earth am I supposed to take it? You deliberately didn't tell those girls what was happening in order to make me look idiotic.
No, I didn't. Would I do a thing like that?
Very well you would.
I wouldn't. It just skipped my mind, that's all.
Then why are you apologising? Because you're ashamed of yourself, because of the disgusting tactics you're using to try and embarrass me into staying. I will work an extra week because I've agreed to do it, and I don't go back on my agreement.
Now, hang on a minute.
I want an assurance from you that you'll do everything necessary to facilitate my leaving next Friday. And as you seem to have done absolutely nothing about finding my replacement, I've taken it upon myself to draft an advertisement, which I'd be very pleased to hear you phone into the recorder.
Yeah, all right, Emily. Leave it on the desk.
No, I won't leave it on the desk, Mr. Baldwin. Phone them now, please.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Trust you? Really, any trust I had in you has been completely shattered over these past few weeks. You manipulate people, Mr. Baldwin. You use people
All right, I'm dialing, all right? and you're leaving, OK?
Excellent.
All right. Oh, hello, is that the recorder? Yeah, could I have classified, please? Situations vacant. She's only got to get a form. Here we go. Part-time bookkeeper required for local clothing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, just a minute. Yeah. Part-time bookkeeper required for local... Look, hello, love. Look, scrub lip for the minute, eh? Yeah. Thanks a lot. Bye.
I'm on your side. I am. Categorically.
Are you positive?
Positive.
Well, I mean, it's come as a terrible blow as this. It's real Mothers' Union outing stuff. I want excitement. I want thrills, spills. I want to be swept off my feet. What have we got here? Rambling? The only rambling I'll be doing is when I've had a skinful. And look here, sightseeing. Is there now an observer's book of trunks and mussels?
Bird watching.
I rest my case. Hey, Rita. No hiking boots, no tea shops, no souvenir
Guides
hunting.
on her.
Just booze, boogie and blokes.
And some.
Well, if you insist.
Just you leave Mavis to me, eh?
Oh, well, that's a weight off my mind. Now for the next weight. Alf.
Alf?
Oh, have you not heard? He's planning to come down and pay us a visit.
Now that is serious.
Oh, hello. I wondered where you disappeared to.
Oh, yeah, Maeve. I suddenly remembered my paper bill. Well, you like to get things straight when you're going away, don't you?
Yes.
Don't forget, ladies, round at my place, cocktails, 7 o'clock tonight. We'll go over the final preparations.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Fabroni,
Bye.
toodaloo.
Oh, but there. Oh, did she say anything about the list?
Well, yes, she did.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it?
Well, honestly, Mavis, bird watching.
Oh, why not? That particular stretch of coast
Isn't interested in bird watching.
You told me to write a list of things that I wanted to do.
Yes, but did you have to show it to Bet?
Oh, it's just as I thought.
Now, look, love. We all have our own ideas how a holiday should go, don't we?
Are you going to start talking about men again?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, yes, you are. I've seen right through you, Rita Fairclough. You wanted me to write out a list of things that I wanted to, Ben, you don't want me to trouble you with it. Oh, no. Oh, no, you just want to get you to huddle behind my back and laugh at me with Bet. Don't say another word. As long as I know where I stand, that's fine.
You want to stay long? Oh,
Yeah.
Hey up, Mavis.
Hey, of course. Oh, look at Al.
I might as well tackle him now as wish I hadn't.
Tackle him about what?
Yeah, I'm a dab hand at Blackpool, you see. You see, I know how to time everything. I know which places are crowded and when, that sort of thing.
Al, could I have a private word with you, please?
My pleasure, love.
Romance in the air, is it, Mavis?
Oh, don't ask me. Nobody ever tells me anything.
I don't think so, somehow. Now then, Maeve, Campari and orange, is it, to get you in the holiday mood?
Just a small sherry, please, Bet.
Look, Maeve, I'm sorry if I stirred out up over that list.
Yes, well, you did, actually. But I suppose I'll have to get used to it.
I don't want to be heavy-handed about this, Al, but Bet says you're planning to visit us at Blackpool.
Yeah, well, 3 of you there at the same time. It'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
See, I just want to make sure it's not because of anything to do with me. Is it, Al? Because of how you feel? Well, come on, Alf, is it?
Give over. It's just a lark, that's all.
Be truthful, Alf. Because if it is, I don't want any bother like that. And there would be bother. I just want a complete break where I can let my hair down and act the goat if I feel like
With
it.
other fellas, you mean?
Well, maybe. Yes.
I see.
You see? After all, Alf, it is my holiday. And I don't want to be causing any upsets, do I? On the holiday.
Yeah, well, I can just as easily take myself to Southport, can't I?
What have you said to Alfred? He's gone off without having a drink.
Oh, well, he'd something to attend to at shop. He'll be back, I dare say.
Right, my party. Shall we adjourn?
Why not?
Come on through, ladies.
Okay, ladies?
Yes.
You'd think they were planning a military coup, wouldn't you?
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you so soon.
No, we didn't go to Flicks. Nice night, so we went for a stroll instead. Changed our arrangements.
Hey, there's nothing wrong, is there?
No, it's direct, no.
Hello, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, hello, love. Come on in.
Yeah, we we decided we would like to have our tea with after all.
If that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Can't think of anything nicer.
Right then, girls. All ready for the off, are we?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Well, come on. Are we or aren't we, yeah? Yeah. Mavis?
I suppose so.
You look as though you're all set to have your leg amputated.
Yes, well, I'm in your hands, aren't I? Seems I've got to leave my holiday up to you, too.
Oh, don't be like that, Mavis.
But better hands than a none, Maeve. You're going to have a wonderful time, a whole new experience.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's going to be great, isn't it, Rita? Just think about it. All them single fellas, unleashed from the stifling bonds of unemployment, full of sea air and shellfish. What? We're going to need a stick to beat 'em up. Rita, what's up with you?
I feel awful.
Why?
I've just stopped Alf from coming.
Oh, you haven't? I was looking forward to Alf coming.
Get away. We don't want boring old Alf cramping us style. Do we, Eckers, like? Now, look, there's no doubt about it. We are in for one heck of a time. Just you think. Walks along the pier, one-armed bandits, the laughing policeman, to Blackpool. Come on.
Yeah.
To Blackpool, Mavis? Yes. Yes. To Blackpool.
The end of the trial for the Windsors in Emmerdale next on Plus, whilst over on Breeze next, the Style Guide.